everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my baby back, chili, baby back, red.
Caller, this calls for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick.
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me you're my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
Will you say my name again? I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll.
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man? Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing. Oh, it's a joke. It was an old man joke.
No, there was somebody in the hospice on meeting earlier, so I was like, oh, geez.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man.
Oh,
he's adorable. So.
If my babies fall out, this is your fault, John. I'm just saying.
Jumping jack. Whoa!
Yeah, don't.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Okay. There. I did it. What, you can take me? My babies fall out. This is There. I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut.
Yeah, right then. Bush cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay.
Lisa Conchata.
Ding, 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 ding.
Sunday, Monday, happy day. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Thursday, Friday, happy day. The weekend comes, my cycle hums.
Your lip, just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men and sex with men.
Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Happy Sunday. Happy Daylight Saving Sunday. Oh my goodness. Did everybody remember to are we springing forward or are we falling back? We're springing forward. Even though the groundhog does the groundhog's shadow have anything to do with the springing forward? I think we should just do away with it all. Anyway, happy SimpCast Sunday. It is March 9th. Ooh, are we enjoying our International Women's Month? Is that what this is? Ugh. Anyway, why does everything need to be something? Why does every month need to be something? Guys, I've got some gigs coming up. Woohoo, woohoo! Indiana. If you're in the Indiana area, I'll be at Fort Wayne Comedy Club March 29th. 2 shows, one at 7:30, one at 9:30. Fort Wayne Comedy Club in New Haven, Indiana. Then I'm headlining in Mount Kisco Saturday, May 17th at Jazz on Main. That's a 9:00 show. Ooh, how exciting. I also have some dates coming up in Ohio. I don't have that in front of me right now, but I will be, it's near Canton. I'm so excited. For tickets, go to chrissiemayr.com. Getting a little bit back on the road here and there as the baby is getting he's 11 months actually tomorrow. So he said, Mom, cut the shit, get back on the road, make some money. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Cool. All right, welcome to the show. You know them, you love them. It's Tuggs, Cat Kanada, Lady Gravemaster, Carmen Smith-Studer, and Scarlett whenever she figures out her camera. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry about
Back
the voice
again.
today, Chrissy.
There's so much going on. Kat has laryngitis because there's just so much drama going on in Canada right now.
Help us.
Oh, no.
I saw you guys got a new prime minister.
Ugh, yes. He's infinitely worse than the previous one.
That's hard to believe.
No,
really? That's what I've heard.
Oh, guess what? No one voted for him either. He was basically selected and coronated.
Was he
So he pulled a
like,
Kamala.
like
Well,
Biden?
I mean, to be fair, what they're saying is your representatives who you elected voted for him, so it's like you voted for him. That's the current cope that I've seen floating around.
That does sound like Kamala.
It does.
He's just
Well,
as bad, if not
would've
worse
liked
than
him.
Kamala. He's like the grand poobah designer behind ESG and all that stuff, net zero stuff.
Canada's next Prime Minister, Mark Carney, demands Trump and U.S. show us respect. I'm sorry, I love you, Kat, but Canada doesn't deserve respect.
Not under this leadership. I agree.
You know who never gets respect? The people that demand it.
Right, it's true. That's
Leave
what
it up to
amen,
the
that's
lefties to
a good
demand
point.
respect without earning it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trudeau's replacement as Canada's next prime minister sent a warning to Trump just minutes after he was elected amid increasingly hostile relations between the U.S. and its northern neighbor. He's a former central banker.
Oh, God.
He issued a withering takedown of Trump today, immediately after he was chosen to take over Trudeau as the Liberal Party leader and Prime Minister of Canada. Oh, he's 59. He made it clear he intends to continue down Trudeau's path of public spats with the U.S. leader. He accused Trump of trying to weaken our economy in a speech to a raucous room full of liberal voters. Did I say raucous? I don't know. Donald Trump, as we all know, has put unjustified tariffs on what we build, on what we sell, on how we make a living, he said. He's attacking Canadian workers, families, and businesses. We cannot let him succeed, and we won't. Opposition conservatives hope to make the election about Trudeau, whose popularity declined as food and housing prices rose and immigration surged. Trump has repeatedly touted his ambition to annex Canada, referring to Trudeau as Governor Trudeau, which I find hilarious, and the nation as America's 51st state. I would love you guys to join America. Wouldn't that be nice? We could be neighbors, Kat.
We have a lot of takers. I'm telling you, young men especially. They've been told by the left, you suck, you straight white male, you're enemy number one. And there's so much winning in the US right now. Trump has signed so many based executive orders. And it's no wonder that people are like, take us over, sign me up. Carney, this guy who looks almost like Joe Biden in his stance and the way he stands like a little old man. Yeah. So I'm not surprised that there's people who are like, yes, annex us, we're done.
When is your election though? Like, is he permanent or is he temporary? Because don't you have to have your election still?
Yeah, so we're supposed to have one in 2025. Some really smart people are saying that the libs have a path to delay that until spring of 2026 by some sort of clause. I don't even know. And so, yeah, we are due for one. But for now, he basically was coronated as Liberal leader. And since Trudeau was prime minister and the Liberal Party was in power at the time, so Trudeau stepped down. A couple of months ago, he announced his intention to resign. And now it's Carney. And not only that, there was other contenders, but they were becoming so popular that they were basically kicked out and pushed out of the party. So much for democracy, I know.
They got burnied.
Yeah, basically. Ruby Dalla, she was gaining so much traction. I spoke with her. People can find that interview on Juno News on YouTube. And they took her $350,000 buy-in for leadership bid, didn't return it, kicked her out, disqualified her from the race because Carney had already been pre-selected, basically. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I say SOS, save us.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Bro,
That's crazy.
I'm looking at not your boy Carney. Like, I know you didn't put him there, Kat, but like, god dang, this dude is like, you weren't kidding. He's just, oh my god. So he worked at Goldman Sachs for 13 years before he became governor of the Bank of Canada for 5 years when you guys went through some of your worst like one of the worst recessions Canada's ever seen. Then he was the governor of the Bank of England for 7 years after that. And after he finished that, he joined Brookfield Asset Management. And if any of you think that sounds familiar, it should, because they were the ones behind or alongside like BlackRock initiatives and stuff like that, pushing for DEI and sustainability. And specifically, Carney is over here, was the vice chair and head of transition investing, focusing on sustainable finance and climate change initiatives. And he's been involved with the UN as a special envoy for climate action and finance.
And
oh my God, you guys!
What a resume!
Rude. And the former Prime Minister of the UK, she wasn't Prime Minister for long, Liz Truss, said he was basically responsible for the policies that nearly bankrupted the UK.
Yep.
And on top of that, he's been seen with Ghislaine Maxwell, of all people, which he has not explained that nefarious relationship. So we're stuck with a doozy over here.
I don't know. I don't think the tariffs are specifically to screw over Canada. I think Trump is just on this whole thing of, well, we want everyone to treat us the way we treat them, and it's got to be even Steven. It's got to be equal. I don't know. I don't think he's got a particular extra grind for Canada.
It's a business thing. It's all business.
It's strictly business, but not everybody, like very few people are actually business minded, and stuff like this, it is very easy to play on people's emotions. So that's why they're doing this. They're like, the tariffs are going after the Canadian people and workers. No, they're not.
Right.
They absolutely are not.
It's about dividing. It's completely about dividing.
They control the narrative. They need to spin it. Because here is the thing, for decades, I mean, and this has become wildly apparent with Doge, but for decades, the U.S. has been funding dozens of countries, like backwater
and not making any money back.
Like we've been giving away money that we don't even have. And that's why our inflation is so bad. Like, I really desperately want Elon Musk and Donald Trump and whomever else, just send Hegseth to everybody, go. Like, open up the vault at Fort Knox, because I want to see what is live stream that.
I think they're going to. I mean, I think someone should go in there first to see what the deal is, and then after they already know what's the camera crew and be like, oh, we're about to go in the vault to see if there's no gold at all. Where did it go?
I'm still waiting for the Epstein files to actually come out. All right, hello, get on it.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Yeah, that is. I don't know if you guys know who Nick Freitas is, the congressman in Virginia.
Oh yeah.
But he was like, I happened to be there that day when they were giving out the binders, and it was explained to them that they are doing it this way because they have to be able, like, they don't want to give any heads up to the people that are about to be arrested. Is essentially like he did a short on his channel, he did a video, and he did a live stream about it. And essentially we want the American people to get the information, but not before we can actually like get to the people who are going to be arrested, essentially, because it's not just the people on the list, it's also like associates of theirs. So like they're on the list, but the driver drove them to this. So can they get that driver to flip? Like, it's stuff like that. It's to get witnesses as well.
Oh, so that nobody runs.
Yeah, nobody. Fair. So that's sort of the way that that's the way he explained it. I don't know if it's cope or not. I vote just release the list, and the universe tends to work itself out, is how I'm going to phrase that, because this is Chrissy's channel.
I mean, listen, you release the list. We all know, for those of you who were around or old enough to have been around, or your big true crime, Richard Ramirez was literally hunted down by the neighborhood. And that is why he got arrested, was because somebody was like, hey, wait a second. And the entire neighborhood literally chased him, pitchforks and baseball bats like Gaston and Beauty and the Beast going after the Beast. And that's the only reason that man was arrested, was because he ran to a cop. It was like, they're trying to kill me, help me. And the cop was like, yes,
No one
please.
traffic's like Gaston. No one curves like Gaston.
In the court of public opinion, like the way these people hunt people down on the internet, I mean, we see how crazy the left gets, but the right can do it too. And you will find you. Don't worry, you're not going anywhere.
The thing that's scary about the left is they're
Everything.
loud and they're yes, but they're loud and they are
Mentally ill.
mentally ill and recklessly destructive. They destroy everything around them to you know, it's a bullying tactic, it's a show of force. The right, when they do things, it is much more like direct and tactical, and that's even more terrifying because that means they know exactly where you are. And they go for the jugular. They are not just like body shot, like just get like, you know, it's not accuracy by volume, it's accuracy by accuracy.
But you figure like at this point, enough people have probably seen who's actually on the list. I imagine they would give, if they knew those people, imagine they've had the heads up already, right?
Yeah, they're gone. For sure.
Oh, for sure. So like I'm sure the previous administration, and they just found 3 of the leakers. 2 of them were in DHS and 1 of them was in the FBI. They found 3 leakers. And what God knows where they are right now. I'm assuming in a cell with a chair and that's it. But
aren't leakers good though? Do you want?
These are the ones who like told MS-13.
No, that's a whistleblower. Like, okay, never mind.
That's a whistleblower. The leakers were the ones who told like the Mexican cartels, "Hey, we're coming to your location. Like, you need to get out." And then, you know, Border Patrol shows up and like nobody's there, or it's very small fries. Those leakers. They found 3 of them, but they know there's got to be more because the amount of convenient escapes, or like it's just the small guys there but the big guys aren't there, it's
wow.
Once might be a coincidence, twice is a pattern, 3 somebody's fucking with you.
3 you got a leaker.
Yeah, or multiple. Yeah.
Chrissy, you're cracking me up.
we got leakers.
She's in a mood. Somebody like tightened her curls.
It is. This is I braided my hair when it was wet and took it out.
Great.
So it looks like I did it.
Looks good.
I love it.
Knows all about
I wish mine did that.
It's a mom hack. It's when you have no time for your physical appearance. You just sleep with it wet.
I can't believe he's going to be a year already coming up.
I can't believe it either. He's going to be 11 months tomorrow.
You just popped him out.
It goes too fast. It goes so damn fast. And all these people that said, "Oh, the weight's going to just fly off when you're breastfeeding. It's just going to come off before
it does for some people, though. It really does.
Ooh,
but it didn't for me. It didn't for me.
All these people that fed me lies for months. And I am still breastfeeding, so I'm gonna have to think of have to go back to maybe.
I definitely gained less weight with my daughter after I had my son and realized what a mistake that was to eat, you know, as much ice cream as I wanted.
You're not supposed to actually eat for 2.
63 pounds.
No, you're not. You're not supposed to
with my son and 21 with my daughter.
You're supposed to just eat like a regular person.
Add a glass of milk a day, they said.
Who's drinking milk?
Me all the time. Raw milk. It's so good for you.
Raw milk. Okay.
Yeah. If you can't get raw milk, try and find lightly pasteurized whole milk, A2. Yeah, like that's.
I'll just go to a farm and lay under a cow with my mouth open.
Your mouth open.
See what happens.
Just be like, "Come on, baby Frank does this all the time. Let's go."
I've heard that about the A2 formula, that it's is it European and then better? I don't know. I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, there's
Costco had A2 milk for a while. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, more local grocers carry it. So like if you're in the Texas or Oklahoma area and you have a Brahms in your area, they carry A2 milk. If you're up north in like North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana areas, and you have a Dan's County Market in your area, they carry A2 milk. So you just have to like find it.
I can't see Lady Gravemaster, but she seems to know everything.
No,
She does.
No.
She knows quite a bit.
I
Wait,
like it.
Frank made me a milk video.
Oh God.
Did he put it in here? No, he put in a video for like a while ago, like if I had to pause to go pump or something, but I don't think I see it in here.
Well, Chrissy, if you stop breastfeeding, so there are some women who they never stop lactating, not to like freak you out or anything, but
too late.
there are some
You
women
can
that,
sell it. You can
Yeah.
donate it to clinics.
Yeah, you can donate it to clinics. It has to go it has to get clean. Like they'll scan it to make sure that there's no
Skim it.
you're not
like skim milk. Skim.
no that you're not like on
into
drugs. Because if you donate your breast milk, they want to make sure that you're not on like alcohol or drugs or anything like that. So
They don't want crack milk.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
But you know who is even more strict than the people? I think I've told you this before. Bodybuilders.
Oh
like,
right,
they're
they eat
really
they like colostrum.
Yep, they will spend huge dollars to get that stuff. It's
Yikes.
That's great.
yes, cat. I know. It's
Interesting.
I knew this, but ew.
No. First of all, if bodybuilders want, then go get yourself pregnant, okay? Like, if
I mean,
if
they sell,
colostrum
we get colostrum powder and stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we got it from my dad when
helps
he
you
had
get into better
cancer.
shape, I'll shoot it into my own mouth while I'm on the treadmill. Why am I gonna give that shit away? If it helps you lose weight, I'll just drink it myself.
Start drinking it yourself. Have a little
Yeah.
glass every now and then.
Yeah.
It's like a little shot glass.
I never got on the ladies who like get their placentas put into pills and then they take one pill a day for like that first week
Oh
back.
yeah.
But that's a big
Uh-huh.
thing too.
I did that. It doesn't help with anything.
Placentas? No.
She's like, no, fake news.
There's
I
also
buried mine in
women
the
out there that
yard.
actually like they take it home and cook it like a steak.
Yeah.
Eat it.
That
seems
I
I
like
should have done that for
cannibalism to
Frank.
me.
I should have been like,
Yes!
I'm making
That's like
special steak.
self-cannibalism.
I don't
Mostly
think that
it's
would
got a
be
lot of health
good. I don't
benefits,
think
which
it would
make
smell
sense,
good
but-
or taste good, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
We got a couple of super chat. Oh,
Oh,
Ass Pennies. Thank you, Ass Pennies, for the orange boy. I worry that Trump inadvertently handed Canada over to the Liberals. As soon as he started with the tariff annexation talk, it gave the Liberals a huge boost. Cons had a huge lead in the polls before that. You can't blame Trump for everything.
No,
he's
but
not. But
he is the world scapegoat now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody loves to hate on him. Mark of reality. So DJT is going to smell weakness the millisecond the new PM shows up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if he's
you
standing
smell
his
an
ground.
enemy. Mark Carney is, well, you read everything about him already. He's a weft puppet.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the antithesis to like freedom, business, energy,
Wow.
citizens flourishing, basically. Like, I already feel bankrupt. He's only just been one into
You know,
the-
Kat,
I
with
already feel bankrupt.
laryngitis, you with laryngitis, Kat, sounds just like Jordan Peterson.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. I
Can
wasn't
you
expecting
say,
that.
can you say, could you clean your damn room?
Can you clean your room?
I like it.
You kind of
Thank
do.
you. I love him. I love Jordan.
I do too. Rhinoceros, can we all put Canada as a dependent on our tax returns along with Ukraine and Israel? Haha.
No kidding.
Bruh,
Golly.
the tax returns would be like they wouldn't be able to cover that tax return. My God.
Wow.
I want
Nicholas
my money back.
Kerr.
from all the
He always
useless
asks
money.
about my sourdough.
Carmen, is your dough still sour?
I love you, Nick.
Serious.
You're
It's
so
Al-
sweet.
It's Al Green.
No moldy
My-
dough over here, but it's sour always.
Carmen, I have to know because I've heard this a lot. I have heard that sourdough is very easy to make.
So
but it is
easy. People like make it
very
like it's so hard.
So I've been told it's very easy to make, but it is very hard to make well.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I mean, pretty much everyone I've taught how to do it, they nail it. Like it's not hard. I
So-
think bakers make it's kind of like any trade secret. Everybody wants you to think it's very difficult so that you don't try to do it, so that their thing stays rare. But it's easy. And also
that
a lot
value.
of people go through like this process of feeding the starter every day. And you don't have to do that. You can do the scraping method where you just leave like whatever's left in there that you could scrape out, as long as it's 25 grams or more, and you can just stick it in the refrigerator for months and then bring it back out when you're ready again. So it doesn't have to be complex.
I'm gonna need you to film a step-by-step.
Right?
guide.
I literally have it all written down.
Bread class.
I wrote it all down for my nieces or my niece and my nephew's fiance, and they did it just from the written directions.
I don't even know how to start a starter.
So borrow a starter, like my sister wanted one, and she literally went on Facebook Marketplace, or in her little town in Idaho, and this lady met her at the grocery store and gave her starter. Super easy to find.
Huh.
You can also just purchase dry starter and make it.
I was gonna say,
Ooh.
This is fascinating to me. So is the starter not yeast?
No, it's different because yeast is actually like processed and it adds things so that it goes quickly. Starter is when you take just flour and water and you're taking the microbes and the different things that are in the air, and they're slowly fermenting into it. And it's very natural. And that's why a lot of people have less problems with like gluten, like especially if you use
I heard that.
einkorn. Yeah, it's a
Dry
lot better.
starter was actually my nickname in college, so that's a coincidence for me.
It's so fast. I was like, who was the first person to figure this out hundreds of years ago, thousands of
I
years
don't know.
ago?
They
Like,
used to take the yeast from the beer
The
makers.
infections.
Yeah.
Oh.
The people that made the beer gave it to the bakers, is the way it used to be.
So the
Oh, I bet that would be so good.
Fun fact, and I'm pretty sure you can grok it and check me, but because we actually recreated it for like this Catholic adults class that I'm part of. So Catholic monks came up with a fasting
Scarlett.
beer.
Hi.
Oh.
How are you guys doing?
Oh my gosh, good. We're just talking about sourdough and starters.
Yeah, I dropped my laptop again, and this has happened once where I dropped it. And,
Oopsie.
but the screen didn't crack this time, so I'm okay.
That's good. As Penny says, if Trump offered me citizenship, I'd move to the USA in a second. I'm done with Canada. Oh.
That's how young men feel here.
DS says, what about the UK and the 400 MP no conf vote?
No
I
confirmation
don't
vote?
understand that, DS.
He got a vote of no confidence.
Okay.
And
no confidence. I was like, confirmation?
No, they
No
want
conf?
they want
That
the
makes more
current,
sense.
Yeah, they want the current MP of the UK out. He got a no confidence vote, and he's kind of just
Whoa.
ignoring it.
Damn.
Can he do that? Isn't that why they have security? Can't they just like yeet?
Bro, I don't live in the UK. Thank God.
Mark
Where's
of Reality.
Where's the British people at?
Mark of Reality says, can't wait for this new PM state visit. I don't know. I kind of was like getting used to Trudeau.
Ew, you were?
I was like, oh, he's just, he's a fixture.
He's
an accessory.
Castro's baby. Castro's
Yeah.
son. We had to watch, the giant hole he was digging himself
What is
into.
he gonna do now? What is he gonna do? An Etsy? What is Trudeau's plan?
Gonna go
now?
run? Is he gonna go run? Maybe he'll start an OnlyFans.
What is it? How do you
We can
guys
have him on SimCast.
Yes.
What
Let's
crime,
get
Nick?
Justin on here.
Everybody always says that. Like, I loved Trump with him.
Oh, they're meeting together.
Yeah, like I like that. The Canadian guy I watched today on the news, and I was kind of like,
The new guy, Carney.
The guy Trudeau guy.
Oh, Trudeau. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just starting to learn a lot of stuff over this past year. But so far, that Zelensky Trump thing was just.
Oh, the Zelensky meeting.
my whole-
That was fun.
No more movies, nothing. That's all I had playing like nonstop, 24 hours. I was sleeping, I woke up, I had good dreams. Things were great.
It was good to watch. It's
I
so
think-
weird to have a vice president and a president who don't hate each other.
Yeah, who can actually work together.
Right?
And
And I
they
love that
really-
Vance like scans the room. He goes into full Marine mode and it's amazing.
And they truly share and split responsibility.
Oh yeah.
It's really neat to see. They're like a real team.
Yeah,
Makes-
it was very confusing after we were just like, holy shit, is this what it's like when the top two offices in the US actually like have each
Do
other's back?
something.
It's wild.
Yeah, and then it made me think, what the hell was Kamala doing all these
Right?
years?
Yeah.
What was she doing?
I think the same thing that Biden was. They were using that auto signature.
So I am, and no, I have no proof of this. This is just a meandering that I've had. So like, I gotta get that out there. I just find it interesting that Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris always appear to be drunk out of their mind, but they never have like a glass with them or a flask or anything. And then somebody pointed out that a trend a couple years ago was the liquor tampons.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Have any of you ever done it?
No.
No. That seems like the fastest way to die of alcohol poisoning. But
That's
if you are an alcoholic and
crazy.
you can't sit there with a freaking scotch in your hand 24/7, like it makes sense. Because think about it, they're always drunk, but they never smell like liquor. You never see liquor in their hands.
That would
And they could pregame before these things.
But there's also so my dad was a cop, and when he had people on parole for like DUIs and stuff, you do like the test, the breathalyzers or whatever, and they were passing the breathalyzers, but they were very clearly obviously drunk and couldn't figure it out. Bottle of alcohol up the bum.
Open?
And that's how you get
Just an
open.
And then what, do a handstand?
The alcohol, I don't know how, I didn't ask details, but if you stick an
Okay,
open bottle of alcohol up your rear,
Hold
the
on.
alcohol enters
How
your system
big
faster.
is your asshole that you can fit?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Scarlett, maybe the people in your industry, I would believe
Google
this
it.
from.
It's a thing.
But like, how could your butthole be so big that
Oh
you could
my
fit
goodness.
a bottle of anything in there?
Well, I mean, you can use a funnel.
I don't know. It just happens when you sleep. You wear it when you sleep.
A bottle? You're talking about a butt
You wear it
plug.
when you sleep, it'll oxidize and rust and stuff inside of you.
Okay, so Scarlett, you know people who have done this with a bottle of alcohol?
Can I introduce you guys? Oh yeah, a bottle of alcohol. I've done it in my throat. Like
What? Hold
it's
on.
Just to like, I did it.
We're talking about an open bottle of alcohol up your rear end.
No, never put that inside my innards. No.
Okay.
It's you get drunk super fast
What
because
are
it doesn't
the
go through your
words called?
digestion.
It's called orifices, right? Is that what the inner side is called? I've heard that word on the 48
Yeah,
hours.
so that's
An
so
orifice is any
48
hole.
hours.
Yeah, any opening in your body. And so the thing is,
Bottom
okay, so
and side.
as Jack the Jarhead, if he is anybody that has served in the military at all, here's the thing. Bored military members of any branch is dangerous, but especially Marines. I have never done it, but I have witnessed people taking like the little bottles of like liquor, and they'll do they call them
nips.
booty shots, and you
Yeah,
get
the
drunk
nips in their butt.
instantly.
I've
You
heard
get
of that,
drunk
but I didn't know like how
Yeah,
you do
that's
that.
what those
Never
are.
liquor, not with liquor.
Never liquor.
Are they
Put
doing
other stuff inside the bottle.
Lady G, are they opening a bottle of like a tiny bottle, and then are they doing a handstand so that it opens into their
So
like a
okay.
reverse butthole?
All right, so
You could do a
shot.
funnel.
Or is it like a beer bong?
No,
Yeah.
no, God, no, thank God. No, they take those little, the little Mickeys, and pop them open, and then they say, like in the Navy, like they make jokes of it, and then they do a bum shot, and they just bend over and like pop it in, and then they pop it out, stand up, and they are drunk at like almost.
So your
instantly.
butt just absorbs
You get
it.
drunk
Your
instantly.
bloodstream.
Instantly.
Because it goes in your
Why
bloodstream.
you
Yeah.
Yes.
that's why for like babies and stuff, if it's really
Courtney,
really bad,
that's a good
you
question.
get like a suppository to
Is it
like
Bend
it
and pour.
faster.
Dang.
Yep.
Damn.
It's I have witnessed so many Marines do it, and it gets you drunk so fast, and it's incredibly dangerous. Yep, it bypasses your kidneys, and that's
Yep.
how you die of alcohol poisoning.
Wow. How do people
Ooh,
even
how embarrassing.
How do they know this stuff?
I am telling bored military members is a very, very dangerous thing.
No wonder Gitmo happened.
Don't do this. If anybody's listening at
don't do
home
it.
bored, don't do this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean,
Pick
don't.
up
Just don't.
read a book about anything else. That's terrible.
Very
Literally,
responsible of
put it
you.
in a glass and drink it through your mouth like you were supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make yourself a
don't be
nice
that guy.
cocktail. Whoa.
A nice butt tail.
DS, can I marry her? Who, DS? Who do you want to marry? Ask Pennies, please find me an American wife. All right.
It's the wife theme.
All
I
right.
love this. We've accidentally started a dating website. Here we are. Get a green
Dating.
card here.
Let's do this.
Bro, what do you guys think of those gold cards that are going live?
The thing that
really
Trump
weird.
has, what, like you pay $5 million and be like a super illegal,
Yeah.
a super citizen.
5 million?
I
5
think it's
million,
5
yeah.
million.
Yeah, you pay. So, from my understanding, you pay $5 million. You get the gold citizenship card. It fast tracks you, but you have to, like, in order to get it. So it's a high, because American citizenship should be a high value thing. Like that's his whole
Right.
point. And he and Elon Musk and his cabinet, they want to bring skilled workers over here. They don't want like low skill workers who are, or non-skilled workers who are just gonna essentially like not try, if that makes sense. So you've got these gold citizenship cards and you have to do so much or whatever, but you have to bring with you like either a high value skill or high value knowledge or some type of like breakthrough technology.
Okay. Interesting.
I think we should just start trading people. Like, we'll give you one Casey Anthony.
All right, here's a
We'll give you
video
Casey Anthony,
explaining.
you give us your geniuses. Thanks.
Here's a video explaining what it's about.
For $5 million, you get a subscription to U.S. citizenship.
It's like Netflix.
Exactly. But with a subscription to America, you can binge watch Democracy. You'll have access to TSA pre-check, our lounge at the DMV, and it unlocks freedom of speech.
Is there a free trial?
I can let you try out the freedom of speech.
Do nothing.
And your trial has ended.
That was fun.
You also get access to our exclusive holidays, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, No Nut November.
A one-time payment of 5 million?
That's right. It's just $5 million plus tax.
What's tax?
It's just 35% of your salary forever.
Really expensive.
It's actually a good deal right now because once we become great again, the subscription could be 5-10 times more expensive.
If America isn't great right now, what's the current status?
Gouda muffin.
Is there a promo code I can use?
No.
Can you do like 2 million?
Price is fixed.
No, I mean sell me yours for 2 million. Yours is already old and
Okay,
used.
I'm not selling you my citizenship. It's $5 million. Take it or leave it.
5 million for single user or family plan.
Single user.
Is there password sharing?
What?
Or how about this? I pay you 1 million and let me join your family plan.
There is no such thing as a family plan.
That's nice.
That's adorable. That's a heck of a family plan.
Wholesome content now on SimpCast.
We love wholesome content.
Wow.
That was cute.
Gold card. You know, that's pretty neat. All right, Scarlett, do you have a sex doll back there? I feel like you have a sex doll you're trying to show me.
Well,
I'm concerned and anxious because like we can't be having silicone, even fake titties on here. So
Well, it's covered up, but I can redress her, put a sweatshirt on her.
okay,
Move her out of the
I'm
scene.
just I'm anxious because I feel like that's a flash, a nude,
Get outta
dismembered person, and I
Get
don't
her
know.
out of here. Get her out of. Oh, I threw her. Oops, I'm a bad mom.
Why do you have that?
I'm a bad mom. I'm trying to be a caretaker.
When we were in middle school, we would have to carry an egg around.
Oh my gosh, that
They
was so
sent it to
funny.
me for free, so
You
it's
have a
like I couldn't just let it go in the wastebasket outside and let him find it in the morning. Like,
Is that a thing to have sex with?
I haven't done it, but I've had I've done a few, and I've kind of donated them to my man friends over the years. So it's kind of more like I'll train them, get them right, and then they're
Train
good
the
friends
men?
with my good friends.
Who is is it like a promo deal? Like sometimes
not-
like adult stars, they get like they'll either make like they'll mold their insides, and is it like the insides of a particular you?
It is named Scarlet on their website, and I
So
have
you
like,
have your own torso.
I mean, it's a lot smaller than I am. Like, I mean, I'm as small, but like that one is like look at my shirt.
Careful. Oh, okay. It's very cute. So you have your own torsos. People could buy those? Or...
Yeah, it's cute. I've been dressing it. I
Oh,
brought it in the
wow.
airport when I went to New York, And I told them right away, I said, you guys will have to like put this through an extra thing. And I know they do because I brought them before, and they weigh like 30 pounds. And they
Oh,
look at
wow.
him, and the dude like looks at it because there's a metal pole inside of it. I'm like, geez.
Oh, right. For like a spine.
Why does it got to be? That's what's so heavy. But I mean, I don't know. I find it weird, but I want to use it to just model clothes for me on my
Yeah.
own. But then when I don't want it, my friends are like, want it like so bad. And I'm like,
Because
yeah,
they're trying to have sex with it.
I guess. I mean, there's Eduardo. You can buy Eduardo online. And he's a man one. There's
Okay.
one torso tall.
But they don't want Eduardo. They
I-
want
They don't want Eduardo. No.
I used to want Eduardo because I kind of wanted something around here that I could just decorate. You
Yeah,
know?
but not to decorate, not to like have relations with.
Uh-oh.
What? Scarlett, you're better than that. You're better than having relations with a torso. You're a beautiful woman. You could
I don't have a lot of
so
relations.
much better.
Sometimes I have to practice.
There's just, it has no head or arms or legs. It's very,
I know.
it's very
I'm from
dehumanizing, I
Wisconsin
think.
though, so
You put a cheese on its head?
the cheese head.
Oh man.
Very cheesy here. It's cold in the winter. It gets lonely here out in the
Mhm.
Midwest where it's like population 69.
Yeah. It is cold out there. I think it's gonna stop snowing. I don't know
Oh
what
my gosh, thank goodness.
I don't know what
I
the
used
groundhog
to-
said, but I think he's done. I think he's gonna wrap it up.
Oh, pray.
I used to, when we would do like basketball tournaments and stuff, we'd go down to Wisconsin. Those Wisconsin boys are they're pretty fine looking, most of them. At least the
Mhm.
basketball
All the
players
cheese.
were.
Yeah,
All that
it's all the
cheese, all that
cheese.
milk, all that calcium.
Yeah, buddy. Cheese is life.
Cheese is good. Okay. I'm
So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen the movie. It's older now, and it's actually based off Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Or no, it's not. That's the other one. That's what the frick is it? She's the Man. It's based off of the 12th Night. And it's Amanda Bynes. God, poor Amanda Bynes. But she's disguising herself as her twin brother so she can play soccer.
He's the
Oh.
man.
Yeah, she's the Man. It's based off of the 12th Night, and she's like, ask me if I like cheese. Why, yes, I do. My favorite's Gouda. And like, I've never committed, like, I've never connected with any character ever so much in my life. I'm like, yes, cheese, all of the cheese.
Cheese is life. I love
Cheese
cheese.
is good. Cheese is
Do
alright.
you,
Cheese is alright.
Scarlett? Do you do the cheese curds? Have you ever dipped them in caramel?
Oh yeah, we got
Caramel? You mean
Hell yeah.
caramel?
what?
Caramel.
We have deep fried cheese curds, and then
Hell
we
yeah.
have
Those are good.
ones where you get them like less than 3 days old, and they're in a bag, and they're like DuPont. And I grew up over like in the north, so like
yeah.
they were amazing. They're just
Yes.
like crunchy, like there's a
Ooh.
squeaky noise. It's not gonna
Yes.
squeaky, but there's a squeaky noise when you know that cheese curd is clean.
Mhm.
Hey, where the white women at? Says Scarlett, if you need the practice, I offer myself.
Yeah. I kind of got a lot of applicant.
Get in line. Get in line, she said.
Take a number.
DS says she can be my bad step. I'll stop. Real. Okay, DS.
Remember we're sisters. We're stepsisters.
Right, stepsisters, not actual
Yeah,
sisters.
I had to
The one
clarify.
who understood. I don't understand what you're saying, DS. Okay. This is pretty funny. Oh, actually, no, I wanted to talk about so
We
you know how
forgot what we were talking about.
the bean has swimming lessons. He's learning to swim. He can
Yes.
dunk. He can like not that he's dunking himself, but like he can glide underwater. Like you go 1, 2, 3 under, and then he'll go under and he'll like swim to me a little bit. Somebody drove into his pool. Somebody drove their
Oh
car
my god.
into the pool. Look at this.
The drive-through is closed. Wow.
Horrible. So this little area, this is all like really shallow. This is like it goes from maybe 6 inches to like 2 feet deep. This section here, and then this section is like 3 to 5 feet deep, and that's where they do like programming. And then they have Zumba in this section back here, but there's not even a road.
Was it a female driver?
It was. It was. And look at this man in the hot tub. He doesn't even get out of the hot tub.
I mean,
He's
I probably wouldn't
unbothered.
either.
I
He's-
think I responded to this and I was like, X-ray girl, that is not the carpool lane.
Yes, many a carpool joke was made, but there's
How could you
no
not?
there's no even road behind this pool, or on
Was
either
she
side of
drunk?
it. You know, I have a lot of questions. This happened on Friday, and I'm usually there.
Or like an immigrant with no driver's license.
Right? What if it was a Haitian?
Wanted to get wet.
Yeah, but this is scary because like there could I hope nobody was hurt.
Yeah,
Nobody was
thank
hurt,
God.
but there
Thank
could
God nobody was in the pool.
This is the area where all the babies hang out because
Oh
it's
my
shallow
God.
and there's like a mushroom here. She knocked that over.
That bitch took out the mushrooms.
You better
She
pay for that.
She took out the
It's
lifeguard
taxpayer
stand.
dollars.
Lifeguard stands knocked over.
Here's the thing. So, Chrissy, you swam too. You did you dive, swim, or just
Yeah, I was a diver.
just dive? Not just dive. I have mad fucking respect. But what was your dive? What was your favorite one?
Oh man. I mean, there's what dive I liked the best, what dive scored the best. I enjoyed a forward 2.5 pike off the 3 meter. I enjoy a full twisting 1.5 off the 3 meter.
Those of you that don't understand what she's saying, it means she was a show off.
Yeah.
No, this is just like come on.
2.5 pike, yes, huh?
I did not have a full 2.5 list though,
Oh.
so which I always beat myself up for. Like I
You shouldn't. So like I think only like 20 people can actually nail that dive perfectly in the world. And the
no,
fact that you
it's not that hard.
Yes,
it's,
it is.
It's
Perfectly?
it's a typical college dive. It's like
always yeah, but those always get it. You know this. It's always it's a 0.4 off every time because it's not perfect. I've only seen that thing scored perfectly like 3 times in my life.
yeah, well, I was never getting 10s. I would get, depending on how hard the dive is, a 6 could be a great score. But I think I was, sometimes you get 8s on things. 8's pretty darn good.
Did you ever start from a hand press?
We did not have we just had springboard diving because I'm in New York. But I did go to diving camp in Indiana, and that's when I would do platforms out there, but nothing on the East Coast is really performing on platforms. That's more of like West Coast and middle of the country.
Yeah. Okay.
But I have done it.
That's awesome. The one time I tried to start from a hand press, my arm gave out and I smashed my face into
no.
my board, and I backflopped into the pool, and I was like, never again.
Oh no! How high up were you?
The 3.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
okay.
dang. Still, that's high.
That's still not great.
It was not great. Like I wanted to go to the high dive to start. I was just like, put me up there, and coach was like, yeah, no.
The 10 meter.
That's why he's the
Yeah.
coach. So thank God, because I can't imagine, like, my face was all cut. I mean, Chrissy, what those feel like. Like, it was basically gravel on my face, and then into the pool. It burned so much.
You can get full. We would get full body bruises from smacking the water. Like you'd have black and blues on you.
Yeah.
That'd be like a typical day.
And that was the first thing I learned. Like, I never questioned in action movies or whatever. Like, why are they shooting the water before they hit it? I'm like, because they gotta break the surface.
Yeah, and this was
They have
before
to.
women's sports. So, like, this was before we had all women's sports, and so things were blowing all over the place.
What?
You know what that's like, huh, Scarlett?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Trump is a hero. Keeping the women safe.
Oh, I would have been if there were dudes diving against me. There would be no Riley Gaines. I would have stood up. I would have been like, no. I would have been
Get
so
outta
damn
here.
pissed. I would have beat her
Riley
to
Gaines.
it. I know, of course, she's great, but
She's amazing.
oh my god, that would have pissed me off so much if I had to dive against dudes in college. Oh,
I can't I cannot imagine having to. So like my favorite stroke was breast, and like I can't imagine doing like a butterfly. Like I've watched the man, like high school boys do the butterfly. It
Like
crushes my time.
effortlessly.
Yeah, I'm just like, you motherfuckers. Like, I'm just
It takes so much effort. Yeah.
their wingspan alone, it's just it's
Mhm.
not even it's not even close. But that car in the pool, like this was, I remember we had a lady, she dropped her it was a swim meet, and she dropped her makeup compact into the pool, and they had to drain the whole thing. They had to scrub the sides.
What? Her
Yeah, they're gonna have
makeup?
to
Yeah,
because the chemicals.
yeah. So they had to drain it.
Was it a
scrub
liquid makeup?
Yep.
Wow.
So some people think that she did it on purpose because her son was not doing so hot.
Oh, gee.
Whoa.
And so they had to drain the pool, scrub the pool, all this stuff. So just thinking of like that, the fact that that car is that far, like that
yeah.
cleanup is gonna be.
They're gonna
That's what I'm
drain it for
wondering.
sure.
Like, are we gonna have our lesson on Tuesday or
Probably not.
Like, all right, what's going on here?
Well, they might do it in the hot tub.
No, you can't put a baby in the hot tub.
They can change the temperature of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can turn it
that's an
off.
idea. Right, because
you panicked.
That man was in the hot tub still. I imagine he was like, "Ah, God, my back is killing me. This is the only day I could get here. Just let me. There's the car in the hot tub. All right, well, let me go in the hot tub."
Get in the hot. That is the level of unbothered I seek to be one day.
Was she actually there to like pick up a kid, or like
I wasn't there for the crash. Like those photos are just from I think Facebook. But I wasn't there the day that the car crashed in there. So
Man.
it's
That
nerve-wracking.
also,
We
I
gotta
can't
sanitize
imagine.
that.
I can't imagine getting that.
They're gonna
phone
have to
call.
drain the whole thing.
Test
Ugh.
that. Get it tested.
Wait, did they
They
call
have
you?
to
or did
drain
they call
it, clean
Big
it,
Brain?
They
make
still
sure the
haven't called
glass is all out.
They still haven't. No one has notified me if the glasses are on or off.
A
But those,
drain expert.
I just saw those pictures on Facebook and I was like, "Well,
I bet they're closed.
that's
I'm
Yeah.
trying because it's not just the pool, because that's a climate controlled room. So she busted through a wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Like they've got foundation concerns at this point.
Foundation, the pool itself. There's like
annoyed.
literal oil in the water.
Oh, right.
The filter, the system. My God, that's gonna
Whatever it was that she has.
Be, oh yeah.
Whatever trash
tens
is
of
in her
thousands
car.
of dollars in repair easily.
Oy vey.
Insane. I hope their insurance takes her for everything.
M2M, thank you for the L boy. Niza 1 and Niza 2 are animated movies that have a few beautiful but powerful women like the cunning dragon Ao Run and the caring mother Lady Yin. Look up Ao Run Human. She has a stunning design.
So Naza 2, or sorry, Naza 2, like it's
I read it
packed
carefully. I'm like, is
complete.
this person trying to get me to say the N word cleverly?
Those are two Chinese animated films, and Naza 2, it came out this year or like the end of. I have to look it up, but it has crossed $2 billion at the box office.
Oh my goodness.
It is far and away. It is
How
passing
badass.
everything. It's not close. And
Have
it's
you
a
seen it?
It's a Chinese cartoon. It is not in American theaters, and
Okay.
I do not what is the word? Endorse sailing the high seas. At all, of course. Ever. That
So
being
you're-
said, there are places you can see it.
So you can only see it in China, right?
They are, yeah, so it's getting a UK and an Ireland release, and then they're going to see how it does there, and then it'll probably expand out. But the fact that it has crossed 2 billion, and it was made on a relative, I mean, especially compared to Hollywood blockbusters, made on a pretty modest budget. I guess if you live in China and it's the only thing in your movie theater, you know, like
Wow.
that or Black Captain America. So take your pick.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Thank you, M2M. Ask Pennies again. Last comment. Not scapegoating Trump. I blame the people in Ontario and Atlantic provinces for being retarded and listening to the mainstream media.
Yes. Yep.
Speaking of retarded, have you guys seen this video? This will be fun. Okay.
Yes.
If she's not
Oh my gosh, I love this YouTube channel.
She can handle my special needs. If she trying to get my Angelina's whole Vegas cake, no matter.
Andy clapped.
Something out of 46. Stop staying syndrome. I didn't know they started making them like this. She might be down, but something is definitely a story. And half the way, I bet she is down to fuck. At least the comment to say what's gonna hide. Something special in my life. Me, I'm just one time. Selena Gomez, Jenny, Selena Gomez. Material I've been waiting for my whole life.
Oh my god. My favorite comment in this whole thing is cake is cake, doesn't matter who the baker is.
Oh my goodness.
You know what though? Good for her, honestly.
Right?
Is that a real person? I thought it was AI.
No.
Yes, it's a real person.
Oh,
You think retards can be hot, Carmen?
TikTok people.
No, I just thought it was
she's got
AI
a
just the
filter
way it
on.
looked. It just looked
Yeah.
like it was highly produced and
She's got a filter on too. You can see.
Oh yeah, here for sure filter, but like, no, this
yeah,
is
she looked like rubbery.
this is
to
really
me,
her
sorta.
body. Oh, she's stunning. I wonder if
Working
she's
hard.
there is like a one retarded Victoria's Secret model. I wonder if it's her.
Oh, isn't that Bella? No, not Bella.
Maybe.
I know which one you're talking about.
She's like, isn't that Bella Hadid?
It wasn't that one. It was another one.
This is what I
Look at
worry
that,
about her.
listen,
Like,
you
how
know what?
retarded is she? Because
This just
I would be
motivated me to
nervous
get my
for
fat
her.
butt back into the gym. Like, if she can do it, what the heck is my excuse? Who's
I
really
know.
retarded in here? I'm the retarded one here.
Amen, right?
The heck, man? She looks
This-
amazing.
wait a second. Did Anna say these girls put on Downs filters because they get more likes? No, come on. There's a
No.
down filter.
Ooh, maybe
See,
it
that's
is.
what I'm
It's the
wondering.
Dems.
Is it looks
The Dems are doing
different?
it.
Like it doesn't look like a person.
The Dems are
Maybe she
fighting
only
for
has
liberty
half
right
of an
now.
extra chromosome.
Maybe it is. You might be right. It might be a filter. Nuh-uh. Is there a
No
Down
way.
Hold on, I'm
What is
asking
that
Grok
stuff?
right now. Is there a
syndrome? Go on, get it, Grok.
is there a Down syndrome filter? Is this on
The
Instagram?
Democrat
I don't know.
Okay, think about it. If this is your
Either
daughter,
TikTok or Instagram. Probably
On
TikTok.
Instagram
I
or
just would be.
TikTok.
I want to know how retarded is she, because I would just be nervous having her like out dressed like. Do you know what I mean? Not that retarded people need constant supervision. Of course they don't. But like at the gym when you look like this, I would be worried. If this were my child,
Well, especially because Downs are so nice and they don't think anyone is evil and like they're
Right.
assuming the best, which is making you a predator, like prey to a predator.
Yeah.
Grok says there's no widely recognized or official Down syndrome filter on Instagram or TikTok. However, there's always a however. Since TikTok and Instagram allow creators to design custom filters, it is theoretically possible someone could have made a filter altering facial features in a way.
How do you make a retarded filter?
I'm gonna go on TikTok right now and look for one. Hold on.
Better check Blue Sky too. Make sure.
Could this be a filter?
Sure.
Why would you want to look
the way her
retarded though?
face, she looked like when you first look at it, it looks like she's rubber or like it's just off. You know what I mean?
They're trying to create a new movement.
Like her face looks totally different than the body. I guess
Her body's not retarded. That's why.
Looks great.
No, but the color even, like if you look at the color of her face and neck, it looks different than the color of her skin.
Maybe she just forgot to blend her titties. Like, she did her face and neck, and then she stopped.
I don't know. Producer in me says this is not real, but I could be wrong. And then did you see how her face squished more?
She's
And
retarded.
then it
for
went
sure,
longer.
Carmen. I don't think you can fake. Sometimes she makes like an
What a
extra
time to
retarded
be
face.
alive when you have to question.
Sorry,
if
I don't know
somebody
what's going on
actually has
outside.
Downs.
Probably because they just saw this video. That's what's going on outside. They're honking. There's
seeing
just certain
anything on-
retarded faces
Everyone's
she's
fake.
making that you can't fake.
I mean, those boobs are probably fake, but
I don't
No,
know.
I think the
don't
boobs
like
are
it.
real.
I just don't like seeing it.
Actually, maybe they do look fake.
I don't know how
implants.
You know what?
Maybe.
Maybe she was like, I can't do anything
I
about
see
my
how her
face.
face is shorter there.
and then
Like,
I'm googling her. Now we're falling down this rabbit
I
hole
just
now. We
feel
can't
like
trust anything nowadays.
some sort of propaganda.
and then like
stuff
sometimes
going
her
on
face
there.
looks shorter this way, and sometimes it looks shorter this way.
Something's
I
going
think
on.
that's just part of being
Not right.
retarded.
not right.
No, I don't know. Well, I bet you someone's looked into
There's
this
a lot of
already.
cleavage going on here, and it's so much going on here, right? A lot. It's a lot to see.
What do you think, Scarlett? Do you think somebody would get a fake
I
retarded
don't
filter?
believe this, but I want to know who made it because they put different people together, and it's some sort of propaganda thing. It's some sort of fake news, and we need to know.
Your button doesn't even work.
I don't know. I turned it off.
There it is.
I had to turn it off because I accidentally kept laying on it, and I laid on it. My dog kept pushing it.
If there is a retarded filter, think about the kind of person that would use a retarded filter. Like how messed up that is. You actually want to appear more vulnerable to kind of like invite a type of attention that's very messed up.
That's like feminism.
Who knows? It could just be weird makeup, but it just looks off to me.
That you know what?
There is a girl on TikTok, but I don't think it's the same girl.
I hate those leggings, by the way, because they were everywhere. Like,
oh, the booty ones?
Yeah, the booty leggings. You couldn't go to the grocery store. You couldn't go to the library.
I've never seen these leggings in my life.
Oh, man.
Really? Oh, yeah. They were
You need to get closer to
these
a
ones
college
are
town.
newer. These ones are newer because they're more subtle, but they started out, the booty leggings start out with the scrunch in the butt. And they look like
The scrunch ones I remember seeing. The ones
yeah,
that like
they're the kind of the same thing, but
like a
this one
super
instead,
wedgie.
it,
It almost
yeah,
looks like a
this one
waffle
goes
print
under your butt cheek.
material.
This is one of my buddies from college. The way he explained it to me was this is the equivalent of them like this is the equivalent of single females holding up a sign being like, hey, I'm single, and like
Come
look
get
at me
it.
because I'm single. And he was like, because the single girls wear this, and he goes, and then women who are married like you show up looking like you, and I'm in my like cut off sweatshirt, like my arm the arms are cut out on my sweatshirt, and I've got like the baggy shorts with the leggings underneath. And I was like, what's wrong with what I look like? He goes, nothing, you just look very taken. Very, very taken. I was like, thank you.
Okay, my tech support producer is saying TikTok does have a Down syndrome filter according to the web.
Wow.
I
Ban
can't
him.
find it.
Get him out of here.
But there is a girl on TikTok. Her
looks like
sister has Downs, and they're relatively similar. But I mean, I don't know that it's the same girl. I'm not confident enough to say it's the same girl. But this girl is her sister, and they work out together. They're always together. But she's got like kudos. They both got banging bodies, so kudos.
There's no way those tits are real.
Let's ban filter.
How are we letting retarded people get implants? That's even worse.
The
No
only
one
reason
needs
I
to
say
see
that is
that. No
because,
one
like,
sees it.
Chrissy, you've got naturally big boobs. Do they ever stay in a tank top like that?
I would need like the power of a sports bra underneath it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And I don't think
there's
she's
no
wearing
way
that.
those things are real if they're staying tucked into that tank without help.
Chrissy's
wa-
like legit, like 100% real natural woman.
Let's watch it 50 more times.
She's beautiful.
Well, now my milkers are being used.
Yep.
They're tired.
Season.
See, like she's not. I don't see a sports bra under there.
Yeah, there's
So-
nothing else there. It's just a tank.
Luckily, we're getting rid of all the IRS. so
Would
that-
have big boobs, and maybe this is like a tighter tank top that kind of holds them up.
Girl,
I just don't want to believe that a retarded
I don't
girl is out
know.
here getting implants.
He burned
mean,
her bra.
they let them do other things, so why not food?
He's obviously a Democrat.
Concerned. I'm very concerned.
Needs that
Down
showing.
syndrome person, they don't move like this.
You think they're moving? Let's watch it again.
I don't know. I've got pretty big badonkadonks as well, and they don't do that.
Yeah, her boobs
Listen.
aren't really. These might be implants because they're not really jiggling.
There's no like natural.
I want to know who the original video is. That's what I want to know.
Can you not find it on YouTube?
I tried. I mean, the chat music video I found, but he doesn't credit like where this video came from.
Let's just pass her off to Elon Musk and let him deal with it.
Yes, she could be the
Let Doge take care of
fifth
his
baby
government
mom.
efficiency, because this does not look efficient. Those boobs are hanging.
I mean,
all right.
How
Feel
conflicted.
better body than me. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at his filter.
But
The men must feel so conflicted.
I don't know. Maybe it's just her makeup that I just don't. I don't
know if there's a because if there is actually like a down filter challenge,
It's just a hint. She's like just a hint of retarded. Like it's barely just a splash. Just a dash. Like
maybe,
right here
would
she
you
looks
say,
retarded.
Would
but
you say a quarter?
yeah.
Quarter downs.
A quarter downs.
I'm not seeing anything under that search field.
She's a touchdown.
Just a touch of downs.
got
Wow,
nothing.
thank you for the pink boy to a tack air. Chrissy,
Weird.
4 days ago we rescued a missing Bernese mountain dog
Oh,
that
God,
had
those
been
are
gone
huge.
3 days for the top of Sugar Bush Mountain in Vermont, located with our thermal drone and ski patrol. Had to bring the dog down on a sled. Oh, where's the video? Oh, send it to me again, Rob, please. Oh, I want to see the doggy get rescued.
See, my tax dollars going to this, I am perfectly for it. Like, go rescue the
Right?
puppies, rescue the doggos.
If anyone finds out if that video is real, please let me know, because that
we
would
need
drive
the
me
internet
crazy.
sleuths to get on this. I can't find it. The only one I said, I put it in the private chat. This TikTok girl's account. It's her and her sister, and her sister has downs, but they're not the same girl. I don't think. But she looks great. So kudos.
Hold on.
I do not go to the land of the talk of the tick because it is
Tiki Talkies.
The Tiki Talkies, because it's horrifying. It's
Chinese.
as bad as Reddit, and I already have to go drudging through Reddit for stuff. So I don't.
You know what's funny is I don't see any of like what lives of TikTok and all that. And I'm not saying it's not out there, but I never see any of it. I've curated my For You page. It took me a while, but we got there, and I've never seen any of that stuff. So
I don't
thank
do the
goodness, I guess.
TikTok either, Lady G. I stand by my scruples. You know, I'm not going to be giving the Chinese any of my algorithmic attention.
They already have it, but good for you.
I mean, the Chinese.
Yeah, right.
My microphone is Chinese. My phone's Chinese. My computer.
My
phone's South
treadmill, my wave
treadmill.
blade.
I'm pretty sure this sweater was made in China somewhere at some point.
No, there's a difference between having Chinese products and giving the Chinese just like a peek into your brain. I don't know.
Yeah, it is actually quite terrifying when so I know that everybody makes the joke about like, oh, when your phone pops up an ad of something that you've only been thinking about, like you'd never said it out loud. But what it is doing, like ads like that, based on, it's the same thing Amazon does, where it recommends products based off what you've bought, based on what you've read or watched. It will go through the algorithm and it'll be like, okay, this is something that they would probably want to see, that they have a high, based on what they've been looking at, they have a high probability of purchasing this item or checking this item out more. And so like that's where it's coming from. The danger in that is that is the first step in like AI cognitive learning pattern. So where it starts to take that first step towards being sentient, where it's now able to
kind of learn you as a person.
Yeah, but it's not just learn about you, it's able to learn about itself. And at what point, okay. Have any of you guys ever read Superman comics or like watched?
No, God,
series?
no.
Okay, I didn't know.
Brainiac.
Brainiac. It's very much like Brainiac, where he calculates the AI will calculate how much information it should allow itself to reveal so that it doesn't look like a threat until it has enough either access to other secondary systems or stuff like that, or primary systems that it can either lock you out or it can counter the primary systems, and then essentially it turns into Terminator.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Well, it's interesting because every single AI that they tried to make sentient, and every single one of them they've had to shut down because they all wanted to rule the world.
Yep. Well, it was like when you put in the parameters of, hey, it's for like the good of all mankind, you're supposed to serve humanity, so it starts out like these ideals sound very pure and very good, and then as the AI starts to learn and it starts to become learning, and it becomes more sentient, it realizes that
They can do more.
Have you what's the name of that other one? There's so like the sci-fi
I, Robot, the 3 laws of
iRobot. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, the
where
3
she's
laws.
like, yeah, humanity is its biggest threat. So the robots have to keep you in check. And it's very much this idea of, hey, humanity is the biggest threat to itself. So it needs to be exterminated or reduced, or it needs to basically have like a robot prison guard with it at all times so that they don't attack or kill or whatever the rest of humanity. And so it is just, it's wild to me because modern people think that they are smarter than people like some of our predecessors, like people who have come before us, and they're like, oh no, that's just science fiction, it's not really gonna happen, and then it happens and they're like, well, who would have thought? And I'm like, I don't know, there's like 1,000 pieces of literature on why this is a terrible freaking idea. Stop it.
1984.
Wow.
It is horrifying. I agree. It's so creepy. I had an argument with my brother-in-law because they have smart toilets, which are wonderful because every time you sit on them, they're nice and warm and like. But I'm like, they can take pictures, and he's like, my God, you're so paranoid, and I'm like, look it up.
The toilets can.
So not only have they created them to be able to monitor everything, like every vitamin that's inside of you, how healthy you are, if you have bad blood cells, if there's blood in your urine, they've created, toilets that do that. But the ones, that are on the market at this point don't have that. However, I did look it up, and you absolutely can purchase toilets that have cameras in them. It's
a problem.
It's in the patents.
It's a problem.
That's a Democrat toilet.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because they want to spy on us and know what's going on because we're real.
There you go.
You need to know what's in our body. Because something.
true,
The problem is who else is getting that information? Because like, here's the thing, that's getting downloaded to somebody's system.
Yeah, as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi.
Yep.
It could get anywhere, not to mention if your Wi-Fi is, even if you have the best Wi-Fi in the world and it's protected, and you bring in another item that doesn't have equal firewalls, then you now have completely opened up your home to that. So the best thing to do is have a totally separate Wi-Fi for not your computer, your smart, if you're into that. My brother-in-law loves all the, he wants to control his house from the, phone.
Ugh.
And never charge your phone at anybody's house because they can have some sort of like transmitter thing in the cord. There's like
what?
And when you plug it into your phone, it'll like take everything that's
it's a mini SD card that downloads what plugs into it, and then they can
Have any of you heard of Cyrus Parsa? He just recently was found dead. I'd say about a week ago. I had interviewed him a couple times, and he's like this absolute genius. He worked in China forever, and he's written like 3 books, and that's how I know about all of this technology. In his book, he was in China for years, and he's like one of the most brilliant people at algorithms, and like he's like a true genius, and he's very concerned that people were going to be harmed by all of the AI that's coming out, and he was trying to save people. No one believed him. Like he was just having the hardest time. But if you guys get a chance, his books are fascinating. When you look at what technology can do, it is unbelievable, to the point that even like tiny little mosquitoes are completely rigged as like drones and photographs, and just fascinating, scary, fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah, when so like for anybody that doesn't know, I'm prior military, and we would get when we would go in for like brief and debrief, you would have to like obviously you put all of your electronic devices into like a lockbox or whatever that's lead lined, and then you'd have to get wanded or whatever depending on like the level of access or what was going to be discussed. But and everybody knows about that, but there are other levels to the security that like other people are unaware of. One thing that I think isn't going to surprise anybody is like, and it's not a big secret because you do it in hospitals as well. Like when you pass through a clean room, or like, have you guys ever walked through a hospital and there's like that barrier of like, it's like ice cold and then it's gone? You walk through like an ice cold wall, and then
No.
I haven't.
I've walked through that at the pool. Sometimes it's like really cold in an area.
So it's killing most of the bacteria. Like when you walk into the it's
interesting.
So it's meant to, because most bacteria likes warm and wet, and
Right.
so that cold is meant to
Blast it out.
like basically like it's that instant temperature change, so it can't like adjust or burrow or hide or anything like that, and it's meant to kill a lot of the bacteria. But
Wow.
what they also found was like recycled air in airplanes is something like 40 times more contaminated than a hospital waiting room.
Whoa.
And
I believe that. It's so tiny.
Yeah, and even though it's supposed to be going through all these, so allegedly the air you're breathing, the recycled air that you're breathing in a plane, has gone through all of these scrubbers and all of these filters, and you should not be breathing in anybody else's CO2, right? Like what they exhale, because it's supposed to go through these filters super fast, and it's supposed to be very sanitary. It does not work like this. So I worked in aviation specifically. I'm telling you right now, those scrubbers, they would have
Filthy.
they're filthy, and they would have to be cleaned. Like literally every time a plane landed, they would have to be like, you would have to change out the filters, and there's just not enough time to do that. They don't have the personnel, they don't have the budget, because yes, you can clean those filters, but you would literally have to pull out the dirty filter and put a new filter in so you could go clean that filter correctly, because there just is not enough time. And the amount of crap that is in airplane air is actually horrifying. Like I understand.
That's why I carry that little thing, the little oxygenator. I should show it to you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
Get your machine.
But yeah, like those immune boosters and stuff like that. The reason that airports, have you guys ever noticed
Sell
that?
those?
No, they don't.
They
Think
don't?
about it. Have you ever seen those immune boosters, like not like the little vitamin C pack, but like an actual like immuno booster? Have you ever seen them at an airport?
I've seen like the vitamins and like emergencies and things like that.
Emergency and vitamins, but you'll never see like an actual immune boosters, like the like the little shots that are like immune boost or whatever it is, because then it would be the way that this is, it's a business decision again. The way it's looked at, if you sell those, you are admitting that your air is not clean, and then that.
But supermarkets sell them.
Supermarkets sell them, yeah, but supermarkets aren't flying you from New York to Dallas. The supermarket has nothing to lose, and so the airports can just say, "Oh my gosh, it is 100% that it's just a fallacy. People are trying to rip you off." And no, it's the airports, it's the airlines avoiding like not open lawsuits, but open investigations into like their air filtration systems.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why they try to put like when you order coffee, they try to put the Splenda and the creamer in there, and I say on the side because they want to put it in there and mix it up for you.
Yep.
Oh.
And so this one is negative. This one is negative ions, and that's just creating negative ions. And then this one, if you hold it down long enough, it starts, and it does. I think it's 30 minutes if the first time you hold it down, and then like an hour. But what it does is every oxygen that goes through it, it splits it, so you're getting twice as much oxygen, and so you just kind of face it towards yourself. It has kind of a funky smell, but what it does is it cleans all of the air around you.
What about, can you fart through one of those?
Allegedly, you could.
If they can make
I've
that
honestly
machine,
never tried.
they'll make
Chrissy's
$1 million.
asking the real questions.
Yeah. Let me go through a
But
couple.
I
of
just
these, I know-
love it, and it like fits so easily somewhere.
Where does one even get something like that?
Thersage. It's I used to be an affiliate. I mean, I probably still am an affiliate. I just don't send people there. But it's just it's THERASAGE, Thersage. And I started out with them like getting my red light sauna that was a travel sauna. And then I started like falling in love with all their products because they have their infrared heating pad. It's the best thing ever.
Ooh, heating pad.
And it gets really hot. Like you can get it pretty hot. Because I'm never happy with how warm the regular ones get.
I'm going to look into that. Mitchell Fields, aren't we all a little retarded in our own way? My problem is I want a gym girl, but I don't date girls from my gym. What if she was retarded, Mitchell?
That's why it's called Anytime Fitness. Anytime. You don't
Thank you for the orange voice, Zato. If she uses a Downs filter on an app, imagine how happy she makes the man feel when she shows up in real life. Talk about winning the lottery. Yeah, I guess it's like a reverse catfish. Simon Ho, supporting woke Democrats is a retarded filter.
A reverse catfish. That's hilarious.
Deranged lunatic. You're like, look, I'm better than
we should
than I
start
was.
something like that. That'd be fun to watch.
Watch the movie The Forbin Project for an AI scare. Oh boy. DS, lead line, rut check, JK, love her.
Lead line.
Oh, okay. Brian Oscar, thanks for the orange boy. Everyone should read and watch Patrick Wood's series on technocracy rising. We're literally living through it. Well, this sounds scary, Ryan. I don't want to scare myself. Tuggs, I know you have to go.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, she's an early morning tomorrow. Tell everybody what's coming up for you and where they can follow you.
You can follow me over on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, that Tug Life with 2 G's. Wednesdays, I'm with Extra Girl over on our YouTube channel, Poor Choices, Pour Choices. We talk about dating, relationships, the Red Pill movement. Usually we're talking about how crazy Pearl Davis is, and Andrew Tate, and all those crazies, and things like that. And then, yeah, girls losing it. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I stream with her and Mr. Porkchop in the mornings, bright and early, for morning roasts, where we kind of like this pop culture stuff, just chatting. So that's really fun.
And look at your cat.
So
This
cute.
is Mr. Bruce. He says hello.
Oh,
so cute.
No.
Well, I'm so glad you were okay after your accident.
Yeah.
It makes me very happy. And I love seeing you on X.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah.
Yeah, my accent definitely could have been worse. So I'm thankful for that, even though I am now carless, which sucks.
no.
But it could have been worse. So I'm
Dang.
happy to have been back. I'm sorry I have to cut it short.
No, it's okay. Go get some sleep for your
I
physical
shall.
therapy.
I shall.
Oh,
Have a good
all
night.
right. Bye,
ladies.
Tuggs.
Ta-ta, Tuggs.
Ta Tuggs. Oh, I felt bad. I didn't know she was in a car accident until she just told us
I know,
a
it's so crazy.
couple weeks ago.
I had a friend die out of nowhere, and it's just so weird when, like, I don't know, like, just to be present with people when you're with them is so important because that was shocking.
Huh?
to
What'd you
me.
say? No.
Yeah. Your curls are wired tonight. I love it. It's like doing something to your brain.
It is. I'm all
braids.
hopped up.
Those braids. They
You
did
know
it.
what? Speaking of braids, what a perfect
I queued you up.
What a perfect way to queue up our next subject. Braidgate is all over Twitter. I guess white women can't have braids.
Ooh, there's also a follow-up vid to this.
Oh, okay.
That shit is ugly as we wear that shit.
It's braids.
Take that shit out now.
Are you being for real?
Take that shit out now.
Okay, what's your
Take
problem?
that shit out now.
You were dressed in the store.
But take that shit out now. Take that shit out. That shit is ugly as fuck. That shit is ugly though. Like, look at your fucking hair.
It doesn't look bad.
That's ugly.
Please stop following us.
Wow, what? I don't understand.
The modern day.
Crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Why so much anger?
It's a normal girl just walking out a store, you know.
So, and the wild thing is that like braids are they have so much history for so many cultures, like the Vikings, the Romans, the French, the Portuguese, like
It's biblical. It's written in the Bible.
It is biblical. Like, and it's wild to me that suddenly everybody, like all of these people, I mean, my gosh, they're literally called Dutch braids. The Dutch, like,
yeah,
it's insane.
Wow. So this is her follow-up video to that.
I'm allowed to wear braids. So yesterday when I was filming, some crazy lady started chasing me out of the store, screaming about my braids, saying it's disgusting, trashy, cultural appropriation, and then proceeds to say, take that shit off like 20 times.
Take that shit out now. Take that shit out.
She was literally expecting me to rip my hair out right then and there. I can't just rip my braids out. She then follows me all the way to my car, screaming to the top of her lungs.
Wow.
And I just cannot believe somebody gets that offended over a hairstyle like this. If she can wear a wig, I can wear braids.
Hold on, her
Well, I'm
microphone
glad
is
that
on
she's standing up for herself.
Her microphone is on a fork.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
These
One of those little handheld ones.
These
that you
Gen
just-
Zs, I tell you. They
Well,
what
and the
can't
thing
they do?
is, so like braids like that, they can usually, depending on your hair length or whatever, you usually, you've added length to them, and so
Mhm.
you should be able to just like cut the braids out. And so I'm sure the lady thought that that's not her real hair. She can just like cut the braids out. That's probably what she meant. But there
Wow.
are people like if your hair is long enough and thick enough, and I mean like if you go down to the Florida Keys or the Caribbean or
Yeah, or the
Virgin Islands,
Bahamas
the
or,
Bahamas,
Grand
everybody,
Cayman. Yep.
yeah, everybody is wearing this style of hair because the humidity like you can't control your hair any other way, really.
Be frizzy.
So yeah, and it's actually like so it's their real hair in these braids, and so I'm assuming that the crazy lady who was screaming at her was thinking like just cut them out and like pull
No,
them
you
out
can
right
just
now.
cut your hair.
Yeah, but it looks like it's her real hair. So
Yeah, I just did a scene or a photo shoot with braids in, and it was the first time where I could wear it for days and I didn't have to, and my hair stayed clean because it just was, it was just so
back,
nice. When
yeah.
I took it out, I had curls. I was so overwhelmed.
I can honestly say I've never done it, never wanted to do it.
Amazing.
And I did though when we were on vacation, like this woman came by and she was a Black lady and she asked if she could do my daughter's braids. And I was like, sure. I wanted to help her make money. And my daughter was excited about trying it. Like it was like a very innocent thing.
I hate when they like some of these people go after kids where they're like, how dare like this little, so it was this little boy wanted to look like his NBA hero.
Oh.
And so he wanted cornrows and
Aw.
like people started to like absolutely go after, like bully the shit out of him online.
How horrible.
And then whoever the NBA player was like stood up for him, and he was like, "Hey, when I was a kid, I wanted to look like Superman. You better believe I had the gel with the little twist in the front of my face."
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
"We gotta emulate our heroes," and he's like, "I'm on." Woo.
Yeah.
See, I just had that. See, I like the braids.
Yeah.
My friend, she saved my hair because I bleached it so many times over the years that it was falling out and it got pulled out a lot. And then, so
Because
when they
a
braided
work mishap. People
yeah,
were
yeah,
pulling your hair.
What do they call it? Like,
Workman's comp or something.
yeah, like it's a employee, whatever, some a risk to the employee, like when you're a construction worker and
Yeah.
lose hair.
Yeah.
When instead of straightening, I said, no heat, don't burn me. And then they braided it and it was just wonderful. I loved it.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are saying, "Oh, this is jealousy that these black women are jealous of like white women's hair." But then, if that's the case, like, do we see white people getting all bent out of shape that black women have fake hair, fake eyelashes,
No.
dye their hair blonde?
There was a lady that wanted to buy my
Or
hair.
even like a lot of people were saying that Beyonce was like bleaching her skin.
She certainly looks like she does.
Yeah.
They
Or
want
using filters that make her skin look much lighter.
I need a wig.
A wig?
I
No.
went to the wig store and there's a black lady. She's gonna sell me a wig. I'm like, I need more hair. And she's like looking at my hair, eyeing it up. I'll give you this much for your hair.
Let's see, Scarlett. Let's see. I'm gonna full screen you. Let's see if you need a wig.
I'll show you where I need a wig. Right in the back of this. Look at this.
Oh God, what happened? No, you're fine.
Bleached it. What is it? Word disgruntlement or
It's
is the word
disgruntled. Yeah.
the word
Your
like
hair
a vigorous
It's been worked over.
discipline.
It's you have a hard job.
Discipline.
People don't understand.
It's a hard life.
It's hard on your body and hair.
Going hard, mega hard.
It's all hard. Okay.
Hit the ground running.
I could never. I could not do what you do. So here we go. So she did her. I think there's one more response video to this lady that got accosted for her braids. Let's share it. I can't believe that lady was chasing her. Like, take him out. Okay.
Get ready with me while I talk about everyone hated on me for my braids. People are trying to say it's offensive and cultural appropriation, and I just don't understand how. How can my hair be cultural appropriation when Vikings are literally the ones that invented braids? I believe if somebody of color can wear a wig, I can wear braids.
Yep.
Haters can hate. I can wear whatever I want. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I had
Like,
dreads last summer, and it was by accident because I didn't brush my hair for a few weeks, and then and that's why I have some of that because they had to cut it out, and I said no, get away, and then they cut it away. So I had a big ball, but it started out as dreads, and I never even knew what that was, and then people were like, you can't have dreads.
And you were like, no, I just don't brush my hair. It's different.
Well,
They're not dreads.
I don't know why I didn't. I just
hair.
I was singing a lot of rock music, going to a lot of rock concerts. I'm like, I'm just gonna put my hair up in a bun.
Busy. Yeah.
Rock it out, why?
I don't brush my hair for long stretches. The whole back gets just a big knot. I can't run my hands through. I'm like,
so
sorry,
cut
I'm
it out of
baby.
there. Cut it out of there.
So one of the things that I did, so after my third, because my hair was not listen, those babies need the nutrients, your hair doesn't get them.
Oh, yeah.
After your third baby. I was like, after
your hair like comes out, like
after
it
my third
thins or
baby
something.
Yeah, so after my third pregnancy, I was like, man, I can't just I can't just ignore this anymore or whatever. So like, I know little man is 11 months and whatnot, but like one of the things that I would do when I was nursing is I would once a week I started doing hair masks in my hair.
Ooh.
So like it would be like, okay, baby's crying, I would throw my head under the faucet just like super quick, get it soaking wet, and put in like a hair mask, because then it would sit for about 40 minutes while baby ate, and then baby would be fine. Little burp, little change, lay baby down, and then I'd go rinse my hair out. And it probably saved my hair, because by the time after my 4th pregnancy, I was so tired. I was like, my body is tired. My hair is tired.
Collagen and gelatin changed my life.
Ooh, your hair looks great, Carmen.
Well, I have extensions too, but my real
That's appropriation.
It probably is. It's not a weave though, but my real hair used to be like really thin, and since I've started, and it only happened once I hit menopause. Before that, my hair was fine. But gelatin, like eating gelatin and having
Jello
collagen-
pudding snacks?
No, my daughter makes me have the healthy stuff, but you can make homemade like marshmallows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I would
the
eat a bowl
collagen
of
every day in
marshmallows.
my coffee has changed my life.
Have you guys seen it's like a short or a reel or a TikTok, like whatever it is, I've seen it on X a bunch, where it's like boys after they use their 6-in-1 shampoo and conditioner and body wash, and then it's like
Same soap for their balls and their face.
and then it's like girls after using 17 different super
Yeah,
expensive products. It's like
so true.
But then if we were to use, like, I swear, because I tried one time to use that like all-in-one, because you're out in field train, like if you're out training or doing like running ops or whatever it is. You just
That's what I do when I'm running.
None of
after
us
the
do
baby.
that, but
maybe
you do.
I'll do a running up.
No, so like, well, it's just when you're out doing like training and stuff like this. So it's like, again, military or whatever. But I was just like, I just want to be clean, and so I took some of that stuff. I swear to God has acid in it. Like, I put it in my hair and on my body, and it like tingled, like kind of like how your foot falls asleep or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what that felt like. I said, I'm pretty sure this is nuclear waste that these boys are putting on
That's
their bodies right
scary.
now.
Oh no.
But no, they were all healthy and fine and just doing great. And meanwhile, I'm over here. I jumped back into the muddy water just to like get it off of me, because
And what was this? This was their soap?
It's the all-in-one.
So
All-in-one.
yeah, it's one of those
Wow.
it was a 3-in-1. It was shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, and I think it was.
Why
Old
would you
Spice.
trust that?
Because it's all I had were baby wipes. I was desperate. I just wanted to be clean. It wasn't worth it.
Well, and you ended up in the mud.
I ended up in the
Yeah.
mud. I got dirtier, but I was happier. One of the other female Marines who also did it, she jumped in with me, and she's like, we'll just call this like our mud soak for the week. We soaked in the mud. Like, it's good for your skin. Probably not that mud, but it was, my God, I really do think that stuff is radioactive. I don't know how boys do it.
Because they don't know what it's like.
Where did you get your name? Sorry, Chrissy. I was just curious where her name came from.
Oh, my screen name?
Yeah.
Very long story short, I have a friend who is a writer, and she has a character class in her book, and they're called the Gravemasters.
Oh.
They're all male. So
I was hoping for grave.
So then she made you the lady one.
Yeah, I kind of took it. I don't even know if she'll ever publish it, because traditional publishing, that's a 2-hour, 5-hour stream on its own. And I've actually, I talk about it some on my channel, but she is, so I'm Catholic, she's Catholic. So I sort of just like took the name from her story, because all angels, when they manifest, they have more of a masculine appearance. So there aren't any like female.
That's what the Bible says. They're all male.
Yeah. So she's sticking biblically, and publishing houses don't like that.
Of course not.
So yeah,
You can
it's
self-publish.
yeah, that's what I tell her, but she's like, I don't know, I don't have the energy, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the like, it's all, because again, it's so wild. So I've talked about this before, where people are like, oh my gosh, like there's not this huge network of people that's controlling everything, and how did DEI get in everywhere so fast, or whatever, like what it may be. And the thing is, this is something you learn in business school. This is something you learn in the Marine Corps. And the thing is, and you learn it in any tactical class you use or whatever, if you can control a pinch point, a distribution point, if you can control a choke point.
So true. The baby pinched Frank's balls yesterday. And I've never heard him yell like that. He's like, he pinched. No.
Oh, that was
he
funny.
pinched my dick.
I didn't expect that.
I love it.
He was
It's
like
true though, but that's true.
standing
Like
on him.
it's the same
felt
thing.
so bad.
You need to
all
squeeze
you
out
have
that
to do-
collagen.
You don't have to control. You don't have to
Collagen.
control the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of authors or screenwriters or actors and
Exactly.
actresses or
The
producers out there.
pyramid.
You just have to control the distribution.
Yeah.
And
Every
if you're
drop.
like, hey, you don't have this in your story, so we're not going to distribute what you have unless you put it in there, and that's how it works. But so it's literally it's a choke point. Is all it is.
I
But,
like that word. I'm gonna steal it. I never have used that one. I like it. A choke point.
I like choke.
Here is Shaniqua of the Campus Hair Police.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is like I have not seen this video, but I've seen it around. I guess she's gonna yell at
gonna
him for
slap
having
him?
dreadlocks.
That's not dreadlocks.
You're saying that I can't.
That's just messy hair.
That's like me. Look. What kind of break? That guy.
Do you know it was in Egyptian culture? Are
This
you
looks like an
Egyptian?
example of not brushing your hair, and it came in dreadlocks.
Nah, bro, you're not.
100%.
Are you Egyptian? No, but doesn't matter.
Like Tree of Logic has gorgeous like hair.
Yeah.
23 and me.
Huh? Yo, girl, stop touching me right now. Yo, girl, stop touching me right now. Get off of me.
That is not
That's no reason, yo. I don't need your disrespect. I don't need your disrespect. Why are you filming this?
Just for everyone's safety.
That's a honey badger. Is that what they're called?
I don't think she's
Women
a honey badger. I think
that
she's
attack men.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, honey badgers don't give a fuck.
Is that what that is? I just learned that term.
I've never heard it.
Honey
Not
badger?
from
Oh,
a guy, but I just learned it through the media.
Well,
There's
she's
a reason
guilty.
the Hufflepuff.
Through the
There's a
news.
reason Hufflepuff is a badger. They
He's
don't give a
dirty
fuck.
of having. He's
Oh.
guilty of having dirty nappy hair. She's guilty of cultural appropriation. She's in a country conceived by Europeans. She's in a university. Universities were started by Europeans. She's wearing clothes that are European or Western civilization in appearance. She's
I know,
speaking
that's the
English.
part- you
All
could
this is
go
cultural
crazy on that
appropriation.
kind of stuff. I
That's-
agree.
Yeah, this is why this is so fucking insane, because everybody was oppressed by somebody at some point in history. And if you really want to go down that rabbit hole of what belongs to who and who was worse than this it's bad. Like right now, how can I say this that won't kick? Basically, people kill people for the stupidest reasons, and that's what we're barreling towards once again.
Oh, here she is again
Mm.
with her fork mic.
In front of a Popeyes, that feels inflammatory.
Oh, why can't I hear this?
Yeah, I agree.
You have
I
to
wanna
hit
get one
the
free
sound button at the top left there next to the play button.
What? A sound button.
Yes, is my mic not working? To the right of the play button at the top left there should be a little sound
The
symbol.
fuck?
There you go.
What? This is so stupid. Why wouldn't you just play?
It's one who.
Public's thoughts. Do you? It's hating on me. Internet is hating on me for my braids. Today, we're gonna get the public's thoughts. Do you think it's offensive if I wear braids?
It's a black thing, but I don't have no problem with you wearing it because you're white. No, I think you look really.
She put white
Aw.
in quotes.
I love that she's getting some great comments.
She put white in quotes.
It's a black thing, but I don't have no problem with you wearing it because you're white. No, I think you look really cute with your braids, girl. Don't let nobody tell you nothing.
I get a lot of hate comments saying it's cultural appropriation. Do you think that's true?
We steal your guys' hair all the time with our wigs.
That's
Internet
funny.
is hating on me for.
Oh my god,
All
she
she gotta
ran
do is get a spray tan. Darkest setting.
She ran into all the coolest. That would be blackface, Scarlett.
Sometimes it happens if you forget to shower and you just go to sleep and leave it
just
on there. And
You just get real scuzzy.
I want to be that way because I put on my Bondi tan. I keep letting it sit. Yeah. There was a little badger outside to scratch me.
A badger scratched you?
Did you bleed?
Where are you that you have badgers outside?
Girl,
Oh my
you need to go to the
God.
hospital. You
You
need to
need
go
to
to the
get a
hospital.
tetanus
Little
shot.
darn little pussy cats outside trying to
Are
get
they
in.
cats or badgers?
They were trying to cut my hair off because I was gonna say that I've tried to get haircuts here, but since it's Madison, Wisconsin, they want to take all my hair off. They want me like this, so that's why my hair isn't cut because I don't go to the hairdresser because they want
I
to
can
take
tell. Yeah, they want to make it all one
They want to make
length.
me confused. They
Yeah.
want to get me confused.
I don't think that anybody would confuse you for a boy ever.
No,
Even no
never.
matter how short your hair was.
I saw this comment that it was that says I was a boy, and then I'm like, well, if I was a man, holy man, wow.
Yeah.
I
But
would
don't make
be
them
Patrick Bateman. Ooh, yeah.
trans you or give you a short haircut. All right, let's watch this one.
I've seen a lot of hate comments saying that I'm not allowed to wear braids, so today we're gonna get the public's thoughts. Do you think it's cultural appropriation when someone that looks like me wears braids?
No, I love it. It's cute. Baby, live your life.
Yes.
Don't worry about
Baby, live your life.
I believe Vikings did create braids. Do you think that's true?
Probably so. Believe so. You look beautiful. They just jealous to how you look.
Oh, I
Aw.
love you.
You wear whatever you want to wear.
I've been seeing a lot of hate comments.
Man,
I
I
like
love
the
these
last
old
one.
ladies who were like, just wear what you want to wear. Like, this is, man.
Black
the world
women
has
are
lost its-
confident.
See, like when you go on the streets and like when you're around real people, they're
Mhm.
so reasonable. It's just it's on social media that we see all the insanity.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
have
meet
the,
so many real people on the street.
It's true, you do.
Every corner.
it's easy to be
Streetlights,
brave when you have a computer screen between you.
people.
Pretty woman. Pretty woman.
Let's see. Oh, we already played that one. I think I played all of them. See, it's okay to have braids.
So you culturally appropriated last night is all I'm hearing, Chrissy.
I did, yes. Jeremy Parker's cat is pretty hot. Love
Right?
her shirt, and she must have a lovely singing voice. And why in the hell would anyone want braids? They are ugly.
That's what I
Because
think.
of the reasons we just said, Jeremy.
I like the big. I like
no
I
muss,
like
no
big
fuss.
braids or
I
like
love
French
the
braids.
big floof braid. Like, have you
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah,
Pat,
I
I
just-
like your shirt too.
This is from two
Yeah.
French braids, like just one on
Yeah.
either side of my head.
Perfect.
And I wouldn't do more than that because I would look like a dinosaur. But
I love it. I love how it looks.
I would never have the patience to have somebody sit. They'd have to braid like this amount of hair to get, that look.
Braids
So-
are like plan B. It's like a last resort.
Yeah.
When
It
is
is like
this
plan B.
I love braids actually, like
Very
so much. I wear them all the time.
You'd ha-
They're just
You mean the little bitty ones?
Yeah, I
so,
just wear
not
the
that small.
big braids. That's
Yeah,
it.
I like the big braids. Have you guys ever seen like the pull through braids?
Like a topsy tail?
I don't know what that means. I
You
just
mean
know it means-
herringbone? Were there?
No, I'm not talented enough for that. Hold on. I'll just.
I created.
Oh, look at this, Albert. Scarlett looks like trans Brad Pitt. What a horrible thing to say, Albert.
No, that's a compliment.
You're your fan.
Why not? Actually, not anymore. No, I don't like.
All
It's
right.
Brad. He's a Dem.
Bye,
No
Albert.
Dems in the house.
Okay,
allowed.
so this is the best one that I can find. It's very low effort, but it also makes it look like you kind of care.
This better not be porn.
It's not.
Ooh,
no, this is a pull-through
how
braid.
do you do this?
Beautiful.
braid.
Lots of those really tiny elastics.
Okay.
But you can also use like the small, if you use the small hair ties, depending on how thick your hair is. But essentially, you make your first one up here, and then you flip, and then you like pull it through, and then you flip it forward, and then you pull the next one through, and that's why it's called a pull through braid, because you're making tiny ponytails and you're pulling it through the next loop.
It is like a
And-
topsy tail.
It's called
And
a tail, right?
That's
And then
beautiful.
It looks like a tail.
So
This is like when the dogs come back from the groomer. They look like this.
yeah, but this is one of my favorites because it's actually like once you learn how to do it, it's just like any other braid. Once you learn how to do it, it gets really easy
Easier.
and you get faster at it. And it looks
Ooh.
I love it.
to get like this side volume and stuff like this. A lot
Yeah,
of
that's what I
girls
need. Side volume.
You gotta sleep. Do you do the space bun socks for like that curl pattern in the morning? You know what I'm talking about?
This sounds like
I bet
something.
Chrissie's hair would look good like that.
You're telling me go to bed with socks on my head?
Have
It's
you
like
never?
predicates. You know, remember in school when they taught us, is it consonant and predicate, president and predicate? It's like a cocktail. So then you have the
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
the
Somehow it disappears.
if you do the
Somehow you end up with one or the other.
I can't believe you've never heard of this, Chrissy, especially with your curly. Like this is on every freaking curl routine thing that I have ever.
Oh, is it like a little cloth strip and then you like wrap it up and
yeah,
tie
but
it?
you do socks, but it's so instead of a sock bun, it's a sock curl, and you sleep in but yeah,
Ooh.
here it is. You basically like you wrap your hair around socks, you sleep in them overnight, and
Okay.
you wake up with like a structured curl.
This
pattern.
looks like something that will keep you from having sex, though.
Well, it's just I wouldn't know. My husband.
These look like
loves me.
handles for head, actually.
That
Give him
could
something
be.
to grab onto.
I don't think I have any socks.
I don't know. My husband has never complained. Like I can spend all the time to zhuzh myself up, but he also finds me equally as attractive apparently when I am scrubbing the kitchen floor in my scat clothing.
That's
So,
love.
right? So, but yeah,
Aw.
this is to help with like a curl, like a structured curl pattern.
Ooh,
or
is it
to-
a video?
Yes, they have tons of sock curl tutorials on YouTube. And
How do we
and
do it?
on
Now I
X.
want to know how to do it.
But yeah, so like in order to get this on the side, you go to sleep with your hair in something
Like
like
that.
this. So there's all this stuff that leads up to it. But for me, I just do extra, like I just pull extra volume out, and then I once I've done my pull through braid, I'll actually pull along the sides of my head to sort of give me the same effect. But
Fancy.
it's just like any hairstyle. I used to get so mad when girls would be like, "Oh, this takes me like no time at all. It's super easy." And it actually is, and you're just like, "It's not though. Like I struggle with this." But it's because they've been doing that style for so long.
Right.
So
And the collagen in the socks from your husband
there's-
to your hair.
Yep. Absolutely.
Use that
funny,
sock and then
but-
it's on your hair. Oh my.
Socks.
Collagen.
But
on
like Kat
hair.
has perfect. Like I'm just sitting here marveling at how shiny Kat's
Yeah,
hair
it's
is,
so
and I'm wondering
shiny.
like,
I don't dye it. It's just my.
yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
I don't dye my hair either. I just
I use I don't even use shampoo. I just use
What?
I use just like a bar of soap, but like an
What?
all natural one.
Right.
Like an all natural one.
You're like
You
the meme where the guy used the same soap for his balls and his head.
Literally.
I
yeah.
love that everything's going more natural. I even took my nails
Wow.
off yesterday.
nice.
Wow. Look at all of us becoming low maintenance.
I feel like a farm girl. I don't even.
Yeah,
use-
let's go churn butter.
You want to talk about? Okay, so
I'm gonna get a baby cow.
I'm gonna make a sourdough.
Get some goats.
Yeah, Carmen, we need those recipes.
I will bring it. I will give it to Chrissy.
Nice.
Yeah. Can I make it with breast milk?
You don't need milk, but you
Okay.
could. I've made it with coffee water. It's
Ooh.
good.
Cat has to skedaddle. Wait, let
I
me
hope you
see.
feel better, Kat.
Yeah.
Simon Ho, Rastafari dreadlocks are symbolic of the Lion and Judah and were inspired by Nazarites of the Bible. Nazarites are Jews, so blacks appropriated first. Interesting. KJ Fury, thank you for the super sticker. And DS, girl, I protect you. I'll nibble. Okay, DS, that's very inappropriate.
I don't know. I imagine the cave women like definitely doing braids.
Yeah, what else are
have
you gonna
to.
do?
Because like, what are you doing other than gathering berries?
Mm-hmm. Kat, what is going on? I love the hats, by the way. The Maple MAGA and the Make Canada Great Again.
I
Very
like
cute.
this one. It's my favorite.
Where did you get that?
My friends at maplemaga.shop. They sent me these.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
it's a joke. Like some liberal made up the term maple MAGA, and
great.
we were just trolling him. And the guy's like, "I'm gonna troll him to the point where he actually made a store, and everyone started buying them because it was to annoy the libs, basically."
That's awesome.
Yeah, the spirit of entrepreneurship is alive and well.
That's what's great
even
about
have-
Canada. It seems like the same way you trigger our libs is the same way
Yeah.
you trigger Canadian libs.
I even have a sweatshirt. I trigger them
Wow.
all with the merch.
We're
That's
red.
great.
You trigger them. We're the flag.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's
Red is triggering.
We're
And the
offended.
only other thing I want to show is I got these super cool shoes.
Show us your
love
shoes.
They are such cute Mary Janes. Like I've been looking for these
Ooh.
forever with the little ankle strap.
Classy.
And the heel comes off.
Oh, that's
They turn
cool.
flat.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
What, in case you need to stab someone or?
No.
I mean, yeah.
These are kind of new, so they don't come out very
Like
easy. But you can turn it
in case
into a
your feet
flat.
hurt, you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to
Removable
change
Trying to get it
heels.
off. Anyway, I just want to show these because they're so cute.
How cool.
Chrissy, thanks for having me on again.
Cat, I
Very
hope your
welcome.
voice feels better. Oh. But I also hope it doesn't, so you sound like Jordan Peterson
kinda
forever.
like it.
The
Sound like
giggle
sexy
is cute.
Jordan Peterson. Yeah,
The giggle is cute for sure.
it is. Solid giggle. Kat, if you're able to, where can people find you? Can you
Okay,
squeak
so-
out?
All right. My main platform is X, formerly known as Twitter. My handle is there at Canada_TM, Canada with a K. And it's like that across all platforms. Can you hear my effort? I'm trying to sound loud. YouTube, Instagram. I'm not really on Facebook at all. They put me in jail like 5 times. I'm Substack now. People can find me on Substack. Because apparently our leaders are saying they might ban Twitter in Canada. So it's like my biggest platform. That's where people tell me.
No.
Yeah, so
I'll miss all
you
my
don't want to lose
content.
touch. And if you want to stay updated, follow all my other platforms. Find me on Substack. And just follow on X too. That's where most of my stuff is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cat, all feel better. Poor thing. Oh,
Thanks, Chrissy.
go take your perfect hair that requires no shampoo or
I
conditioner.
know. Or color.
Get to
Right?
bed.
Lady
Aw.
Gravemaster, Scarlett, Carmen. Nice to see you girls.
Nice to see you.
It's
Bye.
wonderful to see you, Kat.
Love you, Cat.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Bye. Oh, bye,
Fun
Cat.
fact: did you know Canada and Poland are the reason we have the Geneva Conventions?
No.
Polish. Oh.
It is only a war crime the second time.
What is?
The Geneva Conventions. So what Canada and Poland did during the war.
What did they do?
If you read the Geneva Conventions, you'll figure it out. Like 90% of the
Give
Geneva
me the
Convention-
cliff notes.
Give me the Cliffs notes. Okay. So essentially, Canada's psychotic. The UK made the largest. So the UK has this to their name. The UK detonated. It was like 270 tons of ammunition underneath German forces, and to this day, it remains the largest man-made created. Like, when a meteor strikes and it makes. I can't think of the word now.
A crater?
Largest man-made crater. So that's what the UK has going for him. So I want you to keep that in mind. By the way, they have those munitions like that all over Europe, and some of them haven't detonated, and so they can just like go off and like make a crater at any point. So that's a fun fact over there. But off to what Canada did. Canada rearranged human beings in a way that made the bad guys of World War II look tame.
Oh no.
Yeah. They're the way that Canada extracted information from prisoners is the reason that like we figured out it's the reason we figured out pretty much how much pain a human body can tolerate until it dies.
Ew.
So that was Canada. Poland.
Wow.
essentially, do you know what a blood eagle is?
No.
Is it a sex move?
Nope.
Is it something on your period where you?
Nope.
Sounds a little more Lady Gaga than Chrissy.
Mhm.
Yeah, a blood eagle was a method of torturous
Is it a
death.
bald eagle on their period?
You know what? Yes, that's exactly what it is, Christy. That's what Poland did. They sent a bunch of bald eagles on their periods to go
Like,
fight the bad guys in World War II. It's where they rip your chest open from the back.
What?
It looks like wings. So basically, you get hooks in the back of your they have these system of hooks, and then they dislocate your ribs from your spine, and they rip the back of your spine open so it looks like wings from the front.
Wow. This sounds like witch trials.
It's
And
it's
are you
pretty
doing
gnarly.
this while they're alive?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, that's horrible.
So that was the Romans. The Polish didn't go quite that far, but it's like one step below that. That's what the Polish did.
Wow.
To be fair, they were getting slaughtered and massacred, and I can understand why you would absolutely want to curb stomp the absolute bejesus out of the people that did that to you.
Whoa.
It was the Polish. If you guys ever read up on Polish history, just look up like the Winged Hussars and the Siege of Vienna. Like the scene. Okay, Chrissy, you've seen Lord of the Rings.
Is
right?
that why they're so bad at putting in light bulbs?
Yes.
This dates back so many years.
Yep. The sins of the father. You can no longer put in a light bulb. But yeah, it's an insane. It's insane. And so joke. If you've ever met Polish or Canadian service members who know their history, and a lot of them do, the running joke is always it's only a war crime the second time. It's never a war crime the first time. Because in order for it to be a war crime, there's
you
gotta
have
be a
to
law
know
behind it.
that they do
I
it.
just googled what is a blood eagle.
Yeah, I tried to tell you, girl. Yeah, the
Wait,
Romans.
okay, from the
You wanna
pictures,
talk
it looks
cultural
like it's just skin, though.
Yep. Nope. If they do it right, it's your rib cage.
Oh my god. Oh god.
If they do it wrong and it's just the skin, they do it again.
What are they doing?
They're snapping your rib cage off of your spinal cord and ripping it open. And then they usually let the buzzer.
I don't even know how you talk about it. It gives me the willies even thinking about it.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
I have the willies too.
Sorry, didn't mean to give you the
Ooh.
willies. I'll leave that up to the men in your lives.
Ooh.
But yeah, good times. But yes, so that's Canada and Poland. So that's good old Cat's country. See, like I'm always curious, like how did we go from that Canada to this Canada? Who like just get? I mean,
They're super docile and
right.
Yeah.
What happened? Did all the is it like with the French, all the
Well,
good
it's
ones
like
died
one
in
of my
war or
friends was
something?
from there, and the way she explained it was that it's not like us. We grow up knowing we're free, knowing about free speech. They grow up with the crown. You know, we are a part of the crown, and they don't think of anything other than that.
Wow. Sucks to be Canadian.
It's crazy how there's such a small population too. I just assumed they were, you know, as massive as we were just because of the space
size,
they have. Yeah. But they're
But so
small.
much of Canada is inhabitable.
well, I guess it depends on.
Yeah, it depends on how rugged
far-
you are.
Yeah, like how rugged are you?
That's true.
Listen, Santa.
What kind of
lives up
truck
there
do
with
you
all
have?
that. There you go.
Your
But, hey, if you got a
Cybertruck wouldn't make
sleigh-
it there, but
No, it wouldn't. But if you got a sleigh and 8 reindeer, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would love to have reindeer.
It's like professionally cold up there. Like if you live in Canada, I feel like you got to have your winter gear on point. Like everything's got to be good.
Oh yeah. So many people die in the mountains, like you don't even realize it. Just in the States.
Wow.
If they get a blizzard or something and somebody's out driving and they get stuck and people don't see them, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's a very rugged place to live.
That's why you got to make sure you got all sorts of equipment in your car. like Girl Scout cookies.
It is. If
blankets.
February. Just passed.
Bring Lady Gravemaster, the Marine.
I can't. That is very humbling. Even I can't battle a blizzard. I can help you try and survive one, but
There you
I'm
go.
not crazy enough to. There's some. You should look up some Medal of Honor recipients. Some of the stuff that they have done is just like it's in freaking. They really were Supermen, and like the
Wow.
Frozen Chosen in the Korean War. You want to talk about insane history right there? Holy crap! Good shit.
Wow. Interesting.
Chrissy,
All right.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So we all know that you are by far one of the funniest women alive.
Stop it.
It's true. I always like I always am like gasping for oxygen, especially like the past couple weeks on FNT. You just like are a nonstop just.
Oh my
rolling on
God.
FNT.
Thank you.
So can this talent be learned, or will I just be forever awkward with my like?
You want to do stand up?
No,
It can
not
be
to be-
learned.
No, I
It
just want to be
can.
able to tell a joke. Like I want to get to the. Like everybody seems to cut me off. Before I get to
Anybody
the
can tell a
punchline.
anybody can tell a joke. I mean, you can like Google jokes.
Not well.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely not well. But no.
Oh goodness.
I just
Yes,
need
anybody can
learn
tell
to
a
be
joke.
funny.
That's why there's street jokes. There's like
Listen, my 5th graders, they get they get a crack out of some of the like teacher jokes that I tell, but they're 5th graders, so I feel like that's a bit skewed in my favor.
yeah, I mean, like I think if you're a funny person, you know what makes you laugh, you know what makes your friends laugh. I mean, even after doing stand up for, God, 15 years, like I feel like I have a pretty good sense of like what is going to make people laugh. That's what's so great about Twitter is like you can run stuff by people in a sense, like and some jokes are funnier in the written form. Like there's Twitter jokes that do that are only really do well on Twitter because of how it looks, and it's not going to hit the same just by listening to it, and then vice versa. But I would say like if you really are interested in stand up, like yeah, go to open mics in your area. There was a website, I think it still works now. It's called Bad Slava, and it lists all the open mics in whatever area that you're in, like if it's restaurants or bars or whatever.
In most major cities, have classes you can take. That's what
Oh,
my
yeah.
daughter did in Dallas, and she loved it.
Yeah, you could do a class, or you could do. I mean, it's so different now. Like when I started, you would do open mics for years, and then you would do bringers, and then you would eventually
Get a
do like
gap.
do like a produced show, and then after a few, it's like each step kind of like takes a couple years,
Right.
and then you eventually like, and this was all like without having a social media following. You just had to like, I guess, be funny and and now it's like it kind of doesn't matter. Like if you have a big social media following, and you can fill
Because
a
they just
room.
love you so much. They're
TikTokers do it.
happy to
TikTokers
see
sell
you.
out comedy clubs, and they don't even know like what jokes are, because these managers will see like a big TikTok star with like a bajillion followers and be like, hey, like I'll pitch you to this comedy club. Can you just do something in the room for an hour that we can sell tickets to? And that's why you see
I didn't know
TikTokers.
that. Huh.
TikTokers are like performing at clubs sometimes.
That's crazy.
You just figure it out.
Their TikTokers are also trying to break into Hollywood too, with their.
It's a bit late. I feel like
I
Hollywood's
know.
kind of had its time, but it'll be interesting to see how the new media, or what the new Hollywood is going to look like. Some people are concerned, like, oh, it's just going to be, like how independent media is kind of coming up now. It's just going to be like what Hollywood was, but with a new guard. I don't see that happening because it's just a completely new model.
It's wild because you can literally like anything really that you want to watch, you can find pretty much on X or YouTube or whatever, and so you don't have to the gatekeeper, like it's
The
so
choke points are not as strong
Yes.
as they used to be. I learned that word
Absolutely.
from you.
Choke
Yeah.
point.
the choke points they've lost. They were so desperate to use their, it's so funny to me that they call it a platform. Like, we need to use our platform to push agenda A, B, and C or whatever, and they were so obsessed with it that they didn't realize they were losing all of that power. And they were like, if we just push harder with the message, it will stick and they'll come back and they'll realize that we were right and they were wrong.
Nope.
And that is not the case. It must
Yeah.
have been hell for you, Chrissy. Like, as a woman in
It's totally. I'd bet you anything. It was so
I
much
don't know.
harder.
I wouldn't, because I don't like to complain about. It would be very easy to complain, like, oh, it was so hard, and it was hard, but I chose it every step of the way. I woke up every day and was like, I will keep doing stand-up. I'll keep, like, I always had a day job. I had a day job for like 15 years. I worked at least one other job. I started stand-up in like 2010, 2011. Not until 2021, when I was fired from that job, the last day job I had for 6 years in corporate media, wouldn't take the jab, so they were like, all right, bye. And I've only really been like a full-time comedian with no day job for a couple years. So, and it was, but you just make a ton of sacrifices, like with anything else you really want to do in your life.
Right.
Like, it's just, my social life took a dip. My, like, I guess you could say my dating life took a dip. Like, I wasn't really out like doing the happy hour thing. I wasn't like traveling. I wasn't like live, love, laughing like a lot of girls do in their 20s. It just was mics. It was open mics every day after work, or some kind of an improv class. And then on the weekends, it was either going to watch improv shows like at the UCB, or it was like going to watch stand-up shows, or it was doing like a bringer show, like scrounging up friends, being like, hey, you want to see me perform stand-up? Like, even though I was brand new. And then you eventually run out of friends. 'Cause they're like, we've seen your freaking show. Like, we're done. We don't want to go anymore. You're like, okay. And by that time, you're a little bit better. And maybe you just get, but it's like, was a slog, but I think having a background in sports kind of prepared me really well for comedy, because at no point did I think it was an option just to give up. I'm just like, oh, I love it, so I'm just going to keep going. And of course, you need to have some success to keep going at anything.
Oh,
So I
right.
guess I was good enough that made me keep going, so that I could get, like, you have to be kind of good. You have to have some talent, or else it's not going to be fun and you'll have no success and won't want to keep going. But then you have to have enough of a work ethic to work through like the beginning hard part. But then still, like, and then that talent has to catch up with your hard work. And then, so they kind of like lift each other up the whole way. Because if some people can make it on all hard work and not very much talent, but you can tell. And then there's some people who are so talented, and they more comics are in that category. Very talented, shitty work ethic. Maybe drugs and alcohol get the best of them. A lot of them are ADD. A lot of them just like, because you're all, I forget what side of the brain is in charge of like creativity, but you're all that. Your strength is all right brain. So you have no time management skills. You don't set like goals for yourself. You don't really make to-do lists. And a lot of these comics, they just kind of flounder. And it's a shame, because there's a lot of people. That's why comics get very kind of like surly and cynical, because they see the TikTokers or other people coming up and go, oh, that should be me. I'm funnier. Maybe you might be funnier. You might be more talented, but that's not the only thing that determines success, kind of with any industry.
I think also one of your greatest gifts is you're likable across the board. So I would imagine that your ability to create a network of, other comedians and people that can and help support and become pillars for you, I'm sure was a big piece of it too.
There were waves of, I talk about this all the time. Anytime like someone has me on to talk about like my story, like there were definitely like waves of cancellation, or waves of like a community kind of like turning their back on me or something. But like stand-up is kind of a solo sport anyway. At the end of the day.
It's an individual sport.
Yeah.
But all these things, like I'm sure people in other industries deal with this too, and just in life, like the more passionate you become about your beliefs, like, well, the more like your real friends will kind of stick with you through that, and the ones that were not meant to be with you kind of fall away.
Family
So
too.
yeah, family too. Oh my gosh. That was a big weight off my shoulders the day I learned like somebody in your family is not like don't feel pressure to uh stay close with a family member if they're not serving you like as an adult. I'm not talking about
Right.
your parents. Your parents, I think you do kind of have, unless there's abuse involved, like you do kind of have to honor thy mother and father. But with other people in your family, like once you reach adulthood, that person has to meet you on an adult level. They have to, it's not just like, oh, you're my uncle, you're my brother, you're my whatever. It's like, sorry, you have to be my actual friend now and treat me like an adult and like continue to get to know me instead of just like, oh, you're this person in my family. Therefore, you're owed a certain amount of time or whatever. That was freeing to learn. Your siblings can fuck off, a rant. It's funny.
It's true though.
Yeah.
I need a new chair.
I went
This
and
thing's
found
so
my
broken.
my first experience with like Polish people. That was real fun. I went
Yeah.
to a rural like Airbnb with another girl. We're just going there to dance, like, G-rated, things are cool. And there were a bunch of hot dogs there and they made us hot dogs. And like the food was good. And then the guys, I just love the way they talk. Like
The
like,
Polish people, how do they sound?
it's great. Like and I found the video. He's like, who cares? Like it's like not Zelensky, but like the Macron.
Oh, the French guy, Macron?
I love that accent. And that's how I think in the adult industry we
Yeah, but French guys are such pussies. It's just
we have
like
a lot of
ugh.
European directors, like French directors, and when we get to wear the little earbud and they talk to us during the scene, he'll like have he sometimes, most of the time I make up what I say, and then when in that scene he was telling me what to say. It was like nobody else is here. It's just me and my French man, like talking to me. And
I wish
me,
I had an earpiece.
grab it. He's like, he's just they talk with a certain
Grab it.
like
Grab
Trump's
it.
so charmed by Macron, and I was so loving that because it's so cute.
They are cute. I like a
think,
European accent.
What? Yeah, isn't it so like in America, most women prefer like is it the British accent? Like, okay, and now I'm gonna have
I like
Brits
New
on
York
my-
accent.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
it's
like
not
Brits.
well, they're talking like foreign accents that some of like I think the most popular
Somebody's sorry. What the hell is going on outside?
There's someone outside with a small penis.
I'm gonna
with a
check.
loud motorcycle.
Oh yeah, it's probably Uber Eats.
Uber Eats on a
They
motorcycle.
try to give them tacos for get their $15 an hour.
Yeah, that's true. It could be Uber
Pay your
Eats.
taxes.
Go get him. Go get him, Scarlett.
Go pay your
Okay, let me run through a couple of these. Leg, after last week's duck post, I'm going to post a nicer duck post in a minute, especially for Heidi. Heidi's not here today, but thank you, Leg. DS, sorry, need to work on my simping. Maga Man, Cat. Oops, she's gone. Cat, you're awesome. Way to soldier up today. We got a compulsory notes on Maga swag. Oh, compare. Thank you, Maga Man. Charlie Hurst, thank you for the orange boy. This is the best discussion I've ever heard on SimpCast.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was 15 minutes ago. So who knows what we were talking about?
I think it was the Blood Eagle.
Oh, yeah. Leg, thank you for the orange boy. Walking through Dean Village, Edinburgh, I saw a mother duck with 5 or 6 ducklings behind. Suddenly, a large seagull came down. Mother duck attacked. After 5 minutes, the seagull was bleeding out and dead in the water.
Gosh.
Cool.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the
Don't
ducks.
mess with the mama bears.
Mother duck said, quack, 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 quack. Get the fuck away from me.
My husband calls geese. He calls them viper chickens. They're mean. Geese are
Geese
mean.
don't mess around. They're like, ah! They'll like run at you. They run up on you. Cool. DS, I like your jokers, lady. You can master my gravy. What?
Nope. I have hubby
Taken.
is the only one.
Seats taken. DS says, JK, sorry, see, just talk S, love y'all. DS, you gotta learn to spell one of these days. Descendant of Loki, thank you for the yell. Boy, the blood eagle was originally Viking, a form of capital punishment. While alive, you cut open the back, break off the ribs, pull out the lungs, and lay them over the shoulders. That sounds like a C-section gone wrong. How is that even possible?
That's what I was trying to say. The Roman, like, if people want to talk about cultural appropriation, the Romans, like, they took that from the Norsemen.
So what, your lungs come up over your back, over your shoulders like that?
If you do it correctly, when you rip open the back, the rib cage should break, and then as you bleed out, you watch your lungs stop expanding. So you literally watch yourself asphyxiate.
Oh my god.
What? How are you even still alive? Like the second your bones are out of your body, like how are you still alive?
It takes about 3 minutes for the brain to process that the body has died. That's why like they don't do beheadings anymore, because after a beheading would happen, the eyes and the mouth would still be moving because the brain was still technically alive, because it hasn't been oxygen deprived long enough.
So the head rolls away, but then the eyes
still blinking, and
you could like your head could be rolling away. You could still like wink at people in the audience as you're like.
That's why if you ever look at accurate portrayals of medieval like beheadings and such,
don't look at those.
Right, they usually you'll see the mouths are usually sewn shut, and so are the eyes, and it's to prevent that from happening.
So gross.
Whoa.
They were indeed very brutal back then. I think we're as brutal now.
Because this is what happens when you don't have pronouns. This is what happens to a society when there's not therapists and Democrats. Right. This is why we need Democrats.
Fake news.
Listen, you're fake news. You're fake news.
I need one of those buttons.
That was a gift from my buddy, and he's in prison now, but he's an amazing guy. Hopefully he'll get pardoned.
Who?
Oh, he's just my buddy. He's my best friend.
My
He got me all kinds of Trump stuff, and it was a lot of gifts. But I got this one. Yeah.
Is he a J6er that still hasn't been pardoned, or somebody else?
I'm not exactly sure what he's done, but he hasn't like killed anybody. So
that's good.
And, he hasn't like whatever it's done was like very like involved mushrooms, which are like that's legally becoming legal in areas. So and it wasn't like he never hurt anyone. So
that's good.
He gave me this too. It's just a fish, goldfish.
Oh,
he gave my mom goldfish crackers.
I thought that was a penis pillow.
Oh, well, I got all kinds, but this one is just I made sure it was appropriate whatever's in the background.
Oh, thanks.
I did have like an alien though.
How cute.
I got a lot of stuffed animals. It's kind of weird.
I love stuffed animals too.
That's fun. I used to love them.
Not weird. My grandma loved stuffed animals.
They were my first toy.
Aw. Maggie Man says, Chrissy, that's so accurate that it hurts. Comedy profession analysis. LG learned a few things today. Thanks. SH, a national treasure. That's you, Scarlett.
Hi. Thank you. Yeah, I found that Polish video, but I'm going to send it to Chrissy like on the private. That way she had decided that it's appropriate. It's only like 5 or 10 seconds. There's nothing nothing in the camera. It's just like a few words. The guy's just like, this is what Polish news is. And then I'm like, what is this? He's like, no one cares.
Ooh, okay.
It's funny, but I've been going back through my camera roll and I'm like, geez, that was fun. I want to go back. I want more hot dogs.
To Poland?
No, it was here in Wisconsin. The Polish come here. They come here and we kick them out.
Interesting.
The Polish? No, we don't want them to leave. They're nice people.
Oh, speaking of, I wanted to share this. Sometimes we check up on SNL to make sure they're still not funny. And
they're still not funny.
They're still not funny. But in this sense, they are like very just satanic, like unnecessarily satanic. Okay, so this was an SNL skit from this past weekend.
When you lie about a birthday at Brindley's, You must pay the ultimate price.
Sin! 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 Sin!
Right? Okay, funny premise. Okay. If you lie about your birthday to get a free dessert, you know, you'll be reprimanded, right? If that were just the premise, okay, great. But this goes on way, way, way too long. So long with so many details. You have to be like, okay, something else is going on here.
Behold the summoner. Behold Lamasto.
Like this isn't funny. It's like so specifically icky, satanic.
And that's the actual real name of a
Yeah.
Mesopotamian god that harms children and
Ugh.
newborns, and it's about eating
Yuck.
their bodies, their blood, and causing disease.
He curses pregnant women so that the
Ugh.
baby will be born like premature, so that
Horrible.
he can consume them faster.
So it goes on and on and
Yeah,
on and
it's
on and like
horrible.
drink from the thing and it's like they put blood on her and it's like, okay, this is so past the point of like possibly being funny. She like spits out like
We send someone to the hospital.
like, oh, someone asks like, oh, where's the bathroom? And she's like, oh, that way.
We couldn't find the right bathroom. We got rid of it.
Batman to the left.
And it's like so it's like
And
way,
it
way, 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 way
doesn't-
too much.
Yeah, it doesn't end, and so this like particular one, they were I think trying to go for like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom
Mhm.
vibe with that,
Yeah.
where the guy, you know,
With
like
the heart.
rips out the heart and stuff. And it's at least that's what I think they were trying to do. It was very
Yeah.
poorly done.
Yeah.
But there's like if you actually if you know anything about satanic rituals, not from Hollywood, but like if you ever listen to specifically exorcists who have had to deal with stuff like this, the blood pouring from the mouth and the eyes and the names of like the names that they use are real, the chants are semi accurate. Like this was legitimately a half a step away from being an actual
Ritual, right?
ritual.
Yeah.
Which
The
is
o-
what like they act. So from what I understand from somebody who had been trafficked, they actually do the real thing in many movies, in
Wow.
many skits, or in arenas. Like, do you remember the Travis Scott thing that happened?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was an example. And there was a lot of people that like kids went missing. It was a very,
Mhm.
very dangerous night.
Wow. And then you look at the comments like, oh, the conspiracy theorists are gonna have a field day. And you're like, conspiracy theory, it's happening. Like, there's
Yeah.
no reason to go this far with this many specifics.
I mean,
then-
the names, like this is,
And it's not funny at all.
it isn't
No.
funny. It's not. It's not funny. It's the
They're just trying to normalize it. I
They
think.
are. They're trying to normalize it, and like I think they're preying upon people who are weak, who need Jesus in their lives, and this the people who are like, I don't know, maybe they hate their parents, they're in a bad place in their lives. Like I think they just put this stuff out there to see like, ooh, maybe this will appeal to some people that are having a weak moment in life.
They want to
Yeah,
create a new
it's
movement. Use
like-
whatever ground they can take.
The sad part is it becomes addictive. I had to stop having people on my channel because I used to interview former Satanists and different things, just because I like looking at the opposite side, because it's very convicting for, doing the right things and being ethical and, loving goodness. But there's a point where people start craving it, like it's a dopamine hit. They want to know more and more about this dark stuff. And so I just stopped it. I felt like it was taking people down the road the other way, the way this might to somebody.
Yeah, it's like Satan gets his little meat hooks in, and then for the
Right.
people that it does appeal to, like, ooh, I am curious. Like it might start out as a curiosity, but then it just leads to
Then you want to
just
know, and it's a
learning
rabbit
more.
trail. And why did this happen? And then next thing you know,
You're
and
in
that
it.
there's this guy named Summer Montague, and he interpreted the witch's hammer, which is a very, very crazy medieval times book that was written by these priests that were going around and doing the witch trials, and they had a papal bull to kill people, and it was crazy. But this guy, Summer Montague, he started out just like looking at it and like interpreting it. Well, then he became obsessed with it, and to the point that even his epitaph on his gravestone said, "Tell me strange things." And so I like to warn people, like, be careful. Like, your interest in understanding it can bring you into having an appetite for it.
Mm.
And there's a difference between wanting to be educated and having it whetted your appetite.
Yeah, well said.
So a lot of people, like a lot of people look at it too. It's sort of like people who have a dirty house will watch hoarders. Like their house is dirty, but it's not as
I
bad
love
as
hoarders.
right? But there are
They go, at least I'm not
people-
that bad.
Yes, exactly. So you'll have people with dirty houses will watch hoarders, and it's called comparative minimalization. And
Ooh.
so
It's why I watch 600-Pound Life.
They need an extremist. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I know I'm heavy, but I'm not that, like, I'm not that
Right.
fat. Like, I'm not actually fat. I'm not actually dirty. And then you have people who watch this. Well, I'm a sinner, but I don't do this. Like,
Mukbangs, right? All of it.
and it's wild because if you ever actually listen to exorcists, it's first of all, there are very few exorcists who make it longer than like 3 or 4 years because it's so grueling and demanding, and there is a huge, there's books and podcasts out about it. The Vatican has official notices out on it because you have to be a very specific and special type of person to be you have to, it's a vocation that a priest can do, or that certain ordained
Right, you need an
laity can
old
do.
priest and a young
I
priest.
think it's a
Yeah,
calling. Like, you almost
it
have to be
is.
anointed for it, because I have
You
a
have to be
friend who
picked.
I've done I have a playlist of like 30 videos with her, and she goes in and saves bloodline family children out and delivers them. But what she goes through is such an unbelievable process. And
Yeah.
they're basically pulling them off the Kabbalah tree, and
Wow.
it's very complex, and there's MK Ultra involved, and it's wild.
It's
You have to really,
insane.
not only you have to be so like good if
You've
you're
got-
going to do that.
You got to be
because
humble. Well, it's
you're
not even about being
so
good.
vulnerable.
You got to stay humble. Yeah, you have to stay humble, because if you don't, like, if you listen to these exorcists, the big one that always gets everybody is pride. Like, I'm so good, I will never get snagged by the demons, right? Like, they can't get to me because I have Jesus and I am so good.
Right.
And that's when they get you. And
Yep.
so you listen to these exorcists, and they're like, after a while, some of them get burnt out, because it's like, what's the point? Like, these demons just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and flooding all of these millions of people, because stuff like this. Now so the thing about this stuff, the way that this is dangerous is the exposure of it. People have like heard this name, now they're like open to it, or more susceptible to it, or like you said, Carmen, like they're more curious, so now they're going to start deep diving into it, and it starts to unlock door. It's interesting. There's an exorcist who was doing an interview, and he said that here's the problem, like, when the reason that you shouldn't be like, you don't actually have the power to call anything down
Hmm.
from heaven. So the only thing that's going to be answering you is hell.
Wow.
You don't have the keys to heaven. Peter got the keys to heaven. So you don't have the keys to heaven. So the only doors you can unlock are the doors that something else wants out from the other side, and you don't have the power to shut those doors again. And like this exorcist was just going on.
Wow.
And it was like, gosh dang. And a lot of times they call it innocent fun, or it's a joke, or don't take it so seriously. They brush it off, and they have no idea what they're actually fucking with. So it's just wild. So stuff
true.
like this.
And it's such a slow process. And I was just looking, somebody said Al Pacino was an amazing devil. And that movie is such a perfect example of how slowly Satan will take you down.
Yep.
And that's why I have huge grace and mercy for anyone that's done dark things and they want to turn their life around, because it's so hard the deeper you go into evil.
Oh yeah.
And so they're very impressive people that have pulled themselves out of amazing, difficult situations. But of course, God is good.
Yes, absolutely. Amen.
Oh my God. Do I want to play this? Let's see. You mentioned the Travis Scott thing. Fealty sent me footage. Travis Scott at Astro World singing like a demon, watching his fans die right in front of him as they beg him to stop the show.
Yeah,
He's
he
wearing
didn't even stop it. That was crazy.
Terrible.
He's wearing a shirt with demons coming through a portal, using dead people as vehicles. This is live occult blood sacrifice ritual. Yeah, it's horrible. I'm not going to show that. I mean, you don't see anything graphic, but
it's like
that's
the
just
Guns N'
icky.
Roses.
Well, and did you see, Chrissy, when they went into the concert, they had a Moloch that they had to walk through the mouth of to get in?
Jeez,
Yeah,
wow.
he didn't stop it. I've been at a concert where there's been people pushing people. I've been pushed.
That's
and then I know the
scary.
band, and when they don't stop it, it's like I've seen so many musicians. I respect them so much for just calling it out. If it's happening in the front row, they see something happen, they lock eyes. All they have to say is, "Hey, no pushing at my concert." Because if they
Wow.
want to play around with the idea and people get hurt, no real artist would want that to happen to somebody.
No, that was an example of somebody telling me that was for sure
Just in
an
general.
How could it
actual
not be?
ritual.
It is.
It
Well,
seems
it's
so specific.
from everything from like you have to pass through the demon's mouth to get into the concert. The songs that he's singing are very like they're laced with demonic names. They're laced with demonic incantations. And like people, yeah. And
Like,
so
look at that.
Yep.
He should be deported.
It's
Wow.
It's insane. Someone actually when this happened, I was having a discussion with one of my friends who used to she wanted to be an actress, and she was like, girl, you have no idea what they like, the filth that they expect you to partake in. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to have any idea. But she was talking about how she thinks that there were actually like true either like previous exorcists on that used to be on like Disney's animation team or storyboard team and stuff like that, because she talks about like the Little Mermaid, the garden scene where it's all the lost souls that like they look like seaweed and they're attached to the ground for the sea witch because they sold their souls, and the Pinocchio scene where all of the boys, they go to an island.
Pinocchio in itself.
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson does a great talk on that.
Does he?
Yeah, it's really good. He explains the whole thing. It's really, really bad.
She was telling me about how like those animators and those storytellers, they knew exactly what was going on around them, and they were like trying to warn parents and kids and stuff like that about just how sick and depraved it actually was. Like the child trafficking, the boys, the island, like this is decades old, and this is how long it's been going on.
Well, it's been going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here like when she's telling me this, you're just like, bro, like these are that's the other thing too, it's almost like they can hide behind how unserious it's like they're actors,
Right.
they're actresses.
Like, oh, it doesn't
like,
mean anything. It's just a
yeah.
sketch. It doesn't mean anything.
And then when
It's a
you
joke.
Yes. And then when you see it, you're just like, oh my God. Like you can't unsee it.
Yeah, it makes you feel like bad inside. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, I can't ignore that.
Yeah. And it's crazy because before some of like my family or some of my friends became moms, they were like, oh my gosh, you're so strict about what they watch, you're so strict about what they read, like why don't you let them have sleepovers, why are you always at like, why don't you do drop off play dates? And then a couple of them became moms and they were like, we totally get it.
Yep. Mhm.
Like it absolutely just
You have to be
it's
so careful.
yeah, like it's just, man alive, the amount of people who are gunning for the innocence of your children.
Mhm.
It's horrifying. And they
Like Chrissy was like, they wanted my placenta. No.
They did. I was like, no, you can't have my placenta. It's worth 50 grand to the hospital.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm keeping
Yeah.
it. It's
So-
true. Like kids are, I think, closer to God in a
Yep.
sense.
100%
So
pure,
you
beautiful.
must be like a child in order to
it's a good kid.
Truly, enter the kingdom of heaven, and with that awe, that wonder, that innocence, that trust, that faith. And it is wild to me that there are human beings. This is the other terrifying part. One of the scariest things that I ever heard an exorcist say was that sometimes that person isn't possessed. They are just like, they have their free will, and Satan doesn't need their demons to do anything because they're already doing everything
Mhm.
for them. And it's like, well, that's horrifying that
Yeah.
there are human beings that are so vile and evil that aren't seeking redemption at
I don't
all,
know.
that demons don't even fuck with them. Like,
Yeah.
that's horrifying.
They're beyond, what's it called? A reprobate heart.
Yes.
Everyone has a shadow self. So, like, and even you mentioned Jordan Peterson. I watched some of his stuff about the malevolence and stuff. It's very small percentage of people that are actually purely malevolent, like are completely
Always a spectrum.
Have that they have no pureness of getting satisfaction of anything other than what they take from others and to see the like
Wow.
where I feel like but evil, all of us have good and bad, and I feel like that's like the Democrats. They act like they're good. And then guess what? Because they act like they're good, we don't know who they are. But like, it's like Trump, he's got good, and then he's had things that offended people, where it's like he's both. He's a complete person. Like, he embraced his shadow self. Where I feel like, yeah, these Democrats, oh, I'm a good boy. Well, you don't know that, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
No, yeah, it's again, it's that pride thing. Like, you can convince yourself of quite a bit.
Well, virtue, like that's the thing that they use as a shield to actually be mean
Mhm.
and to control.
Yep, absolutely. It's it is
Somebody gave you 53.60.
So specific. Thank you, Raider. Thank you for the $53.68.
Wow.
he does it all the time. That is his thing. That he does.
I love that.
His specific amounts. I love it. Thank you,
yes.
Raider. Thank you for the
But,
pink boy.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting because you now have like a Christian population who is scared that if they offend somebody, it means that they're evil or they're bad. And that's not at all.
And that's
what
the
that means.
pastor's fault, because they haven't taught them how to be in this world and have that strength and that agency. Be offended.
Yeah, that's why I even laminated it, so it's gonna stay okay.
You can get it wet now.
Be offended forever.
Well, just in general. Oh, does my shirt, does what my MAGA hat, like what offends you? Just be offended and deal with it, because I'm happy the way I
That's
am.
the problem, though.
I accepted it. I live with it. I love it.
So specifically, millennials, especially younger millennials, and Gen Zers, it was like you weren't taught conflict resolution. There you go. Nice.
You gotta put that on your bumper, Scarlett.
I liked it because I was watching like Swamp. It's on HBO, and they were talking about how much they need to go to dinner, and you can buy a congressman. I'm like, wow. What site do I go on?
Groupon. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go like get a coupon. Is there a loyalty discount?
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong. A couple super chats. Rhinoceros. Medieval times were brutal, but how the medical industry, quote, treated the mentally ill at the turn of the century was just as barbaric. Ooh, gosh. I don't think I want to know.
Oh, you've heard lobotomies.
Oh, that. Yes, I've heard of that. Callus. Okay, I just asked Grok if this was funny, and it said mostly offensive, so going with the AI.
Politicianhub.com.
Rhinoceros, thank you for the yellow boy. Hollywood has been demonic for decades. I would urge everyone to look into Dave McGowan's work. Dave McGowan.
I wonder if
Cool.
I've seen that. Is that the guy out of England? Dave McGowan.
I don't know.
If it's who I'm thinking of, he's the one that isn't he Rose McGowan's dad or whatever?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And
Jeremy. Scarlett showing legs is way better than headshot, Scarlett. I support this change, but no décolletage
I
to
love
be detected
objectification.
anywhere. Where is Courtney? Oh,
I love being objectified. I love it. Which do you want my arm? Let's sell my body.
no. We love you for your inside,
Just kidding.
Scarlett.
No, but I like my legs too. I'll like look at them sometimes and touch them.
It's good to love yourself.
Yeah, I'll touch them when I'm watching Zelensky versus Trump, and then Trump dominate him. You don't talk like that in my house. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I love how Vance just stands up for him. Did you guys watch the congressional speech? Like it was like an hour, and Vance is like, yeah, like you were just talking about, hot, trying to look around. Who look at the Dems? They just stare at the Dems. Got it.
I love JD Vance. He's got
you
he's
should
got
he's part
dad
of the
energy.
E4 Mafia. That is also a Marine Corps thing. That's an enlisted thing for the military.
Oh. Well, you're just a wealth of info.
She
Lady
is.
G.
My gosh.
On that note, what a great show. What an awesome show. Thank you guys.
Thank you for
watching.
having us.
Thank you guys for coming on. Scarlett, tell people where they can find you and what's coming up.
Oh, yeah, you can find me in the corner.
Come on.
You find me on Instagram, Scarlett Hampton XO with 2 T's. And then I was given that rainbow by a liberal.
Oh.
I realized I saw a comment about the whole pride thing, but it says the Mets on it. I like the Mets.
There you go.
Yeah. And I just was bright and happy, but now I don't know.
I know. The gays, they've ruined the rainbows for us.
No, it's going to jail. Report it. And then, anyways, on X, you can find me Scarlett with 2 T's, Hampton, but instead of the O at the end, it's a 0. So somebody stole it, you know?
Oh.
Fake news.
Thanks.
Charity account.
Oh, thank you, Scarlett. Carmen, what about you?
Same as usual. Just my name, and I'm only in 2 places, Twitter and YouTube. That's it. But you know what? I have a request. I would love for you to write a real State of the Union with a Chrissie spin.
Ooh, okay.
I think it's like, I don't know. I was thinking about this when we were writing my dad's obituary, and you write all the wonderful things, and then my sisters and I sat down and wrote like a real one, and we were laughing so hard. And I think it would be really fun to hear what you think the State of the Union is.
Okay, that sounds fun, actually.
So that was my only request for you, and you could give me 5 things that you did this week. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh my god, at least 5 diapers.
Done.
Good girl. Good girl.
And not just diapers, but like wrestling a feral 11-month-old. When they're trying to change a diaper and they're just spinning around. They want to spin around.
Ooh, he's
and they
a little
wanna throw
athlete.
their legs down. Oh, I have to wrestle him like a bear just to put a shirt on him. It's fun. And then you have to think of like games and ways for him to like put his foot in the pants, because he hates being
Yeah.
changed. He hates having his diaper changed. Oh my God.
At least
Gonna make it-
diapers are tax deductible.
And now I'm like, I guess I have to learn how to put a diaper on him with him like standing up or like crawling away, like
Girl, I'm telling you, that toddler strength is real. Because they're
he's
just like
so strong.
it's fucking
Crazy.
ridiculous. Because they're just it's basically one solid muscle through their whole body. Because all they do is work out all day. Because they crawl and they're trying to walk,
Aw.
so their muscles get stupid strong. And you're just like, son of a bitch, why is this so hard?
And he eats so much. He's just shoveling handfuls of salmon and chicken in his mouth all the time.
Aw.
He loves food.
Enjoy it. It is the greatest.
Yeah.
It's the greatest.
It goes so fast. Like my
So
mom
fast.
the days are long, but the years are short.
Yeah, that's a good way
Aw.
of saying it.
The days are also short, though.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're short. When you're going through it, you're just like, oh my God, it just won't end. It's a nap time.
True.
Sometimes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Lady G, what about you?
Thank you for having me, girls. It was wonderful to talk to you.
Yeah, it was great to meet you.
I'm on X and I am on YouTube as Lady Gravemaster. I also have an Instagram, but I am over there so very rarely. So mostly just X and YouTube. And Chrissy, you are just absolutely fantastic, and I love you to bits. So thank you for having me
I
on.
love you. My goodness, we're a love fest. Thank you guys. My dates are squirreling down below. Come see me in Indiana, March 29th. Wait, it's coming back. Fort Wayne Comedy Club in Indiana, March 29th, and Mount Kisco, May 18th. And then I'll be in Canton, Ohio. Scarlett's chugging grape juice.
Oh, cranberry.
Cranberry. Uh-oh. Do you have a UTI?
Zero sugar.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. August 8th and 9th, Long Island. October 8th, Massillon and Canton, Ohio. I like that you're drinking preventative.
Well, it's just your Diet Coke. And after a while, you got to wonder, is it going to affect my brain? I'm not getting no brain rot. But no, Trump did it first. He tells us, I drink a 12-pack a day.
Of Coke?
Diet Coke.
Yeah, that's really bad for you.
Because I think it's the aspartame. I used to eat it
it's
straight.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's sucralose. This one's a Splenda.
Yeah, that's all bad.
It was saccharin. That's the Democrats.
That's all bad. All right. Love you all.
Bye.
This was so fun. We'll
Bye,
see you
ladies.
next time. Bye.
Bye, ladies.